Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna hop on here. It's just before 9 o'clock here on Thursday evening, and we do have the expected showers and storms heading up into West Michigan currently. And we're going to go ahead and cover a few different things here. Again, no severe weather is occurring right now anywhere in the United States, to my knowledge. I know Wisconsin had some severe storms earlier with a couple tornadoes. Illinois, the same. But for right now, Michigan is just starting to see these storms. They crossed the lake here. There is a special weather statement that is in effect here for Allegan County, as well as what is this? Is this Van Buren County as well? Can I read this, please? Thank you. There we go. Winds in excess of 40 miles per hour are possible with this storm. Now, remember, to get to severe limits, you have to be 58 miles per hour or over that. But in terms of, I see we have Ben on here already. Ben and Chris are chasing. Ben, you are now on stream here. Do you have anything of interest?
I'm just in Indiana right now, but I got just some light precip ongoing and some lightning. I am not really in storms yet.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you and continue with this dialogue I'm doing here. So, with this storm impacting Allegan and Van Buren counties, winds in excess of 40 miles per hour are all that is expected. There's no hail threat with this. There's also no tornado threat with this storm. The overall instability for these storms is quite low. There is a good amount of wind shear, but we need the wind shear combined with a few other different things that we're kind of missing today. So no tornadoes are expected. We saw them out in Illinois. We saw them out in Wisconsin earlier today. They're not expected here in Michigan, but there could be definitely some gusty winds with these storms, as well as some small hail. I believe Chris Tobias is down here near Benton Harbor on this storm right here, and he is reporting that he has hail with this storm. Now, if we take a look at our CC product here, we can kind of probably see where the hail's falling. Not really. It must be pretty small hail. He reported it as soon as I went live here. Now, Chris has just joined us here. Hey, Chris, you're live with us. What are you seeing? Where you at?
What's going on? We've got a bunch of rain coming down currently. Just had some nice hail though, surprisingly. Wind is pretty wicked right now too, along 94 right now.
So you're on 94 near Benton Harbor, if I'm correct with your location?
Correct, yep.
Okay, so Chris is just beginning to drive through this storm here. He probably went through the hail core, where you see these brighter reds that are turning blue just south of Benton Harbor. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you there, Chris. Your microphone's kind of loud. So he's right there, probably intercepted probably pea-sized hail, I'm assuming, pretty small hail, nothing severe with that as well. But there are a few concerns here that we may approach severe criteria with some of these winds and maybe some of these hail reports as well. But again, it's a very low chance. These are pretty strong storms. There's a lot of lightning with these storms. As expected, the severe threat is looking to be quite low at this time. Now, again, the areas impacted, this storm in particular, is one that is producing some gusty winds according to the National Weather Service out of Grand Rapids. Now, if we go ahead and animate this and zoom out and kind of track it back, it's moving to the east northeast, and we'll go ahead and say right around 45 to 50 miles per hour. So if we take a track of that and we go ahead and track it right along this path here, we're going to see right around. We're going to see Fenville in 12 minutes. We're going to have New Richmond in 14 minutes, Hamilton in 21 minutes, Dunningville in 22 minutes, Diamond Springs in 28 minutes. And we see a few others about a half hour out from the storm, moving about 45, 50 miles per hour. Gusty winds are expected. So if you guys have loose objects out there, if you are in Allegan County, definitely get those secured. Trash cans, especially anything loose that could blow around. Definitely be on alert for anything that could blow with these storms. Again, nothing severe is expected. Wouldn't shock us, but again, the overall dynamics are not supportive as of right now. The better instability is definitely off into Illinois and Wisconsin still. These storms are out ahead of the instability axis. So again, Allegan County, Van Buren County, I see you guys have a special weather statement there for 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts in excess of 40 potentially there. We see it highlighted here in excess of 40 miles per hour. So with that being said, the only real risk tonight for a stronger storm or two is going to be tied over here towards the West Michigan area from the Grand Rapids area. Go ahead and draw a little circle here from Muskegon, really. We'll go a little bit further north there, watching these storms across Lake Michigan up here in Wisconsin. Those are going to be crossing the lake here over the next couple hours. So if you're from Fremont all the way over to right around the 131 corridor, an area south here. So we'll go ahead and include Coldwater in that as well. This little zone of Michigan has the best chance to see a stronger storm or two. We've been highlighting this area pretty much all day for a potential for a stronger storm, but perhaps a severe storm. But again, that chance is quite low. And that's what we're kind of still seeing here as these storms cross over the lake into Michigan. Now, again, tornadoes not expected, just some gusty winds and some small to maybe some moderate size hail, depending on how these storms will interact with the surface that we have, as well as the ingredients. So, taking a look back, the storms are currently over Douglas and Fenville. That's the heaviest part of the storm. We're looking at South Haven, just crossing the South Haven towards Lee. Allegan proper, you guys are on deck for these, so expect some gusty winds along and out ahead of these storms as well. Benton Harbor, I know Chris is just driving through this one. He's reported some small hail with this, as well as some gusty winds for Berrien County there. That's going to be heading into south in western Van Buren County and northern Cass County as well. I see Alex, he is out chasing as well. Alex, where are you at and what are you seeing?
Hey Ryan, yeah, I'm in Decatur currently, and right near the Van Buren Cass County border,
There you are, gotcha.
and just to the south of Decatur now. I'm waiting for that storm off to the west, in north central Berrien County here. I was to the north of Decatur waiting to see whether or not the storm was going to gain much latitude or not, but right now it looks to be beelining to the east northeast here. So
Yeah, it's moving about 45 to 50 miles per hour according to radar here. I don't know if you heard or not, but Chris was reporting some gusty winds and some small hail with that cell, and you should be right in line with that as well. So looks like you're going to be in position here in about 10 or 15 minutes, I'd say.
yeah, that's what it's looking like. I'm just outside of Decatur now, just to the south where I can get better visuals to the west here. So
Gotcha. All right. If you have anything interesting, feel free to get your camera rolling.
we'll do.
Is there-
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any lightning with these storms that you can see visually?
Ton of lightning now that I'm south of town. Yeah, to the
Okay.
west.
I do not have my lightning turned on with this. Let me go ahead and see if I can find the setting for it. I know there's a setting here. Let's go ahead and do, there we go. Let's do a 30-minute detection. That should be good. Let it load up here. Did not take it. All right, let's try this. We should have lightning with these. There's not being detected, though, for some reason.
Well, I'm seeing it off to my west, and it's not constant lightning, but it's definitely every few minutes or so.
Gotcha. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but there is lightning with these storms, although it's not showing up on radar here. Actually, I think they are. They're just really small. You can't really see them. It's weird. It's a strike right here, looks like. There's a strike right here, looks like, but you can't really see them on radar. It's kind of weird, but there is lightning with these storms and also some gusty winds and some small hail, definitely possible. Now, again, we are watching in another area up here over into Wisconsin here that did produce a pretty significant tornado. I know a lot of people on our page are watching. I know a streamer named Vince Walty. He was out there chasing his hometown, actually took a pretty good hit by a tornado. But again, these are not going to be tornadic. We don't expect these to be tornadic at all as they cross the lake. But they are pretty good looking right now on radar here, especially in here, Wisconsin, zooming in here towards the Butler area. We see some really good hail core there, and as well as a healthy structure of a storm there. We do have one halfway, or we'll say a quarter way across the lake here. That's going to be probably impacting. We'll go ahead and animate this and get a track on that. Moving more northerly right now, more northeasterly right now. So that's kind of interesting to kind of note. But they will arrive over here on the west shore of Michigan here in the next couple hours. So if you're all the way up in Ludington, Manistee, you're on alert there for some storms as well. But these should mainly stay right along the US 131 corridor. We're not expecting many strong storms to make it past that corridor for right now. But yeah, we're watching that area as well. We also have some more individual cells popping here, heading toward the Grand Haven Muskegon area. And looking back here in Wisconsin, we do see some more cells trying to pop up. And these cells out here have a little bit better instability. The instability axis is going to be moving into Michigan as we get closer to the midnight time frame. So we could see some sustained storms as we head more so towards that midnight time frame as well. Again, confidence in that happening is quite low. We're not really sure how this is going to play out tonight, but this is how we kind of figured right around 9 o'clock. We were looking at the model this morning and actually said 9 p.m. on the dot, which looks to be pretty accurate here. It's 9:02 currently, seeing these storms first hop on land here in West Michigan. So we do have a couple of areas we're watching. Again, nothing major is going to concern us with these storms, just some gusty winds, potential for some small hail. I do see a new special weather statement just got issued here for Cass County as well as Van Buren. Berrien County. That's going to be for pea-size hail and also wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Now, again, for severe criteria, you want to have a quarter size hail, 1-inch diameter, or 58 mile per hour wind gust. Now, this is, again, below severe limits, but still a strong storm. With that being said, we'll go ahead and track this a little bit further here. Go ahead and animate this, get a track on it, and we'll go ahead and bring up our little tracker here. So we're going to move more easterly with this storm. We're going to go ahead and track this towards Kalamazoo, Portage area. Moving at, we'll go ahead and say 45 miles per hour. Now we're going to have Scottdale in 3 minutes. So we're going to see, Sister Lakes in 18 minutes. Glenwood in 30 minutes, Decatur in 34 minutes, Paw Paw in 42 minutes. I think this is kind of weird, honestly. This is not moving. This is moving a lot faster than that. Let's try it. Let's try this. That's better. Paw Paw in about 25 minutes, according to this. Mattawan in 30 minutes. Schoolcraft in about 40 minutes, according to this track here. So, again, moving off to the east-northeast at around 45 to 55 miles per hour with that. We'll have to keep an eye on Kalamazoo Metro there. Could have some small hail and gusty winds working in the next hour or so towards you. All right, I have not looked at chat yet. I'm going to hop in chat here and see if you guys have any questions here. Three Rivers, you currently do have a storm threat. Again, nothing severe is expected anywhere in the state tonight. So if you guys are going to ask for severe weather, it's not expected. The best chance, if anything, is going to happen, it's going to be right along US 131 from Kalamazoo up to Grand Rapids areas and those areas towards Lake Michigan. Those are the best chances, but it's not expected. For Three Rivers, though, you look to be on line with these storms down here, heading up your way here next, I'd say, hour and a half or so for you guys. For anybody in Southwest Michigan or West Michigan currently have a storm or have lightning, how are things looking out there? I'm kind of curious to get some of you guys' reports and kind of get an idea of what you guys are seeing out there. Let's see here. Go ahead and take a little bit more of a wider look here and animate this so you guys can kind of see the idea of where they're heading. Cody says the harbor is getting blasted right now. What do you mean by blasted, Cody? Anybody have any questions? Go ahead and feel free to ask them. Windy in Ludington, no storms yet. Nothing but wind in Allegan. Lake Michigan.
That was a good cloud ground lightning strike in front of me.
Yeah, I also had a strike right next to me, but I'm just east of Michigan City, or just southwest actually, east of Valparaiso.
There we go. Let's try that. No. There's a way. There we go. This is what I want to see. There we go. That's what I want.
I'm getting decent inflow into the storm off to my west too, Ryan.
Yeah, I see some of these cells seem to pop up right along this line here. I'm not sure if it's a radar thing or if it's actually intensifying as it moves into land there.
It feels like it's intensifying a little bit.
Maybe. We'll see. I'm hoping that once they hop on land here, the instability axis is a little bit further behind these storms. So I'm actually a little bit more intrigued by the ones coming behind this, what it's going to do with those, just because it has a little bit more instability to work with. I see a lot of people asking for the east side. Now, the east side, I'll go ahead and flip this over real quickly to cover this. The east side is currently not expecting any type of thunderstorm. We're going to look at this really quickly. We see this is your severe / thunderstorm categorical risk from the SPC. We see the cutoff point is right here for thunderstorms. This is not a severe. This is going to be for thunderstorms. So if you are whoopsies. No, I didn't know I could do that. So if you live in Detroit, Monroe, Adrian, Ann Arbor, up into Port Huron, up toward the North Metro Detroit area, zoom in here for some more cities, Brockway, Sandusky. If you are outside this green shaded area, you do not have a thunderstorm threat tonight. And again, no severe weather. That was loud. No severe weather is expected anywhere in Michigan, even in this green zone here. A strong storm is possible in this green zone for sure, particularly further west toward 131 in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids area. But if you are east of this shaded area, as I say, Adrian, Hillsdale, Ann Arbor, Monroe, Detroit, up into Macomb, looking at Rochester Hills here, all the way up through Goodland, all the way to Port Huron, Sarnia, Sandusky, all the way up into the tip of the thumb here, Harbor Beach. You guys are not expecting any type of storm tonight. Up in the UP, you guys also have a storm threat, but right now nothing is happening up there to my knowledge. Just some rain showers. There we go. Go ahead and switch the SPC back off and take a look back at our radar here. It's kind of a weird look with this. It's kind of like curling in on itself. Typically we'd see that in the summertime type of storms, but that's kind of weird to kind of see with that. I always like to geek out over little radar tidbits. I'm that type of person. A lot of lightning a few minutes ago, not much now. I do see some lightning here showing up now on radar. There's one, yeah, you can kind of see it better here. Go ahead and take this back full here. Over here by Keeler, Benton Harbor. I don't know if you guys can see them. I'll circle them for you. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one here as well. But overall, not much in the way of lightning showing up on this radar for right now. Now, again, the chasers out there are saying otherwise. So, and again, special weather statements are in effect for this. I see another one just got issued. This is going to be for winds in excess of 40 miles per hour. This is going to be, for some reason, there's no county listed. It's going to be for Holland, Beechwood, Allendale, Bauer, Friesland, Hudsonville, Jenison, Port Sheldon, Grand Valley, Olive Center, Zeeland, Holland, Jamestown, Drenth. Never heard of these.
It's going to be for northern Allegan and Ottawa counties.
Thank you. Ottawa is the one I was missing there. So Ottawa County and also Allegan County. Allegan County has been under one here for a while. The new one is just for Ottawa. Man, that was almost immediate on my Radar Omega here. It just got issued. I see on my end of things from Grand Rapids, so that's immediate loading. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just got the alert myself internally, so the fact that it loaded for you too almost automatically is great.
Yeah, those of you who have usually watched us, this is kind of like a new radar product that we're going to be trying to implement here. It's called Radar Omega. Lots of different features that we didn't have last year that's going to make this year a little bit better for us, I would assume. So just got that up on the page. All right, back to radar here. Now we do see I see this area here by heading into our Pawpaw. I don't know if you're still on the storm, Alex, but it looks like it's intensifying here.
I am. I turned the camera off because I'm repositioning east of Decatur now, curving up east of Decatur to the north here.
Gotcha. Okay. So Alex is going to be on this storm heading in toward Paw Paw, heading toward the Kalamazoo metro area. I do see a camera here. Can we take this? Is this a live shot? It is a live shot of Kalamazoo. You have temperature and also dew point, wind chill, and humidity off this. I'm curious if we see any lightning with this. Does this say which way this is facing? Okay, south-southwest. So we may be able to see some lightning with this. We'll leave it on here just for a few and kind of watch it. Can you go full screen with this? You can. That's cool. Coldwater, just some rumbles of thunder tonight. Andrew, maybe some gusty winds for you guys. Nothing major for Coldwater. I'm not sure. Do you know where this camera's at, Alex, on Kalamazoo?
I think it's on. Is it an aerial view?
Yeah.
If I remember right, it's I think on top of the Department of Public Safety.
Okay.
Either they're old.
We're losing you. Service issues. All right, so that was in Kalamazoo there, looking at some, trying to get some lightning on that live shot there, but didn't quite pan out there for us. But Kalamazoo east side lightning to the west, says Cindy. Eric says the exact same thing that you were saying, Alex, on top of public safety. So that's awesome. Not really seeing much in the way of any other cameras. There's one over here by Detroit, but that's obviously the other side of the state. But we have a couple cameras around the state with this product as well, so it's cool. But overall, Paw Paw, Almena, Pine Grove, Alamo, Kalamazoo, Plainwell, Portage, you guys should be on alert. Again, nothing severe, nothing to get too concerned about, just some gusty winds, some small hail, definitely possible with these storms. Go ahead, track this off to the east-northeast here. Go ahead and say 55 miles per hour. We're looking at Kalamazoo in 20 minutes, looking at Parchment in 25 minutes, looking at Westwood in 22 minutes, looking at Comstock in 28 minutes, Richland in 30 minutes, Galesburg also in 30 minutes. Not really sure how long we're going to be on here. Don't expect it to be an all-night stream, but we definitely want to make sure anything is covered here. Kind of curious how these storms are going to play out over here in Wisconsin as they cross the lake. Those are the strongest ones, but again, these look like they're going mainly to the north, which is going to outrun the better environment. So if they take a more easterly turn, be more concerned, which this one looks like it's trying to make an easterly turn toward Muskegon. So we'll kind of watch that. But again, just crossing the lake, probably about an hour or so away from impacting the west side of Michigan here. So we'll keep an eye on it. As these storms get closer to this camera here, I'm kind of curious if we have a good shot of these coming in. I would love to get some lightning on this. Wind and rain in Allegan, says Susan. Lightning in Paw Paw now with thunder. So it's just about into Paw Paw, Madawan, and Almena. Yeah, it's going to be pretty much right on top of you here next couple of minutes if it's not already. Up here toward the Holland area and Grand Rapids south, again, some special weather statements are in effect with this, but again, only for about 40-mile-per-hour winds and maybe some pea-sized hail with these. Not much going on with this up here right now. I'm not sure that, Eric. It may honestly, but if you go on here, it says, or maybe that's the wind direction. Okay, you may be right with that. Maybe facing north there. I saw this. I glanced at this direction here. It says south. That's the wind direction. So that's my bad. Still, though, we probably should be able to see some lightning here as these storms pass over. So we'll definitely try.
Just crossing the border into Michigan right now.
For those of you who did not see earlier, Ben was out chasing in Illinois and he actually scored a tornado on his live stream. That video is actually on our page, and you can go check out his full stream over on his page, which is Great Lakes Weather. You can go to our page. We tagged him in it. If you want to go follow him, if you guys would like, he would appreciate that. But that was an awesome chase from Ben today out in Illinois. Corbin says the wind is ripping in Muskegon. Trying to figure out there. I'll just go ahead and just use this for now. There should be a way to overlap these. You guys can see Ben's stream a little bit bigger than that, but not sure what's going on with that. But anyway, overall, not expecting much in the way of severe weather at all tonight, if anything at all. Just some stronger storms going to move through. Some gusty winds, pea-sized hail possible, mainly just in West and South Michigan. It's not odd, honestly. It's definitely not odd to see these storms cross Lake Michigan. Hudson, I'm not expecting much in the way of hail for Hudson. You do have a slight chance of a thunderstorm. Again, you're outside that risk. But if these storms can sustain themselves further east, definitely a possibility to get some thunderstorms tonight. But again, nothing really hail or wind expected on the east side of the state. Again, this storm looks like it's also intensifying heading into the Kalamazoo Metro toward Plainwell and Alamo. Looks like it's still trying to grow with that. But animate that. We can kind of see its growth there as it pushes off to the east-northeast.
Yeah, lightning's definitely increasing.
And then I believe that Alex is... Do you have a better location where you're at right now? I know you're in Decatur, but you're heading north towards Paw Paw. Where are you at now?
Yeah, out of Decatur. I'm out of Decatur. I'm on M40 heading north, about to get into Lawton,
Okay.
which will eventually take me north towards Paw Paw.
Gotcha. So Alex is right here in the circle here in comparison to the storm. He's just to the south of the main core there, and he's about to get hit by some rain, looks like, if he's not already.
Not yet.
Not yet. But you're close. You really are close.
Yeah. Trying to thread the needle here.
There's Chris. There's Alex. We can actually pull you up right here on Radar Omega and see everything about you, Alex. No, I'm kidding. Just your location. So Chris is currently driving. He's right here. Taking him full really quickly. He's right here on 94 through Paw Paw. You can see his dot right here. So he's just out ahead of this storm. He's just moved. I circled him. He moved. So he's heading towards Mattawa on 94 there, just out ahead of the storm. I'll probably have a good look here in a few more minutes here. Then Alex is down here. I think Alex is a little bit delayed with this. He's probably up toward the Paw Paw area, closer to Paw Paw right now. And that's all the chasers we have currently out. We do have Chandler. I believe Chandler is actually further south here. Not really sure. I don't see his dot on here, but we do have Chris and Alex both here on our map. Moderate lightning in Kalamazoo looking west. Yep, that's this line right here. I see another good strike there by from Chris's stream. Hey, Chris, I don't know if you can hear us or not, but do you plan to stop anywhere and take a look behind you, or are you going to try and keep going towards home?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely trying to turn around. I'm just trying to get out in front of it a little bit. Like Alex was saying a little bit ago, lightning's definitely picking it up some. So I'll try to get a good field here in just a little bit.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So again, that is Chris, and if you guys missed it, he is over here in the Paw Paw area, heading east on I-94, and Alex is just to the south of him, heading up toward the Paw Paw Mattawan area. So these guys are on the storm. Again, it is intensifying with lightning. Probably, I'm going to guess they're going to extend this special weather statement for Kalamazoo County. Not been issued yet, but I'm sure they probably will. They tend to do pretty well with issuing the special weather statements for these types of storms. So we'll kind of see how that happens. But again, for 40-mile-per-hour winds and also pea-size hail would be your main threat with this storm. Again, nothing severe currently expected with this. Again, we do not really see much in the way of wind with this storm either. We do see a little bit of a gust front here from Pine Grove all the way down toward Keeler there. There's a little bit of a gust front, but again, nothing that would raise my eyebrow and go, huh, that looks strong, you know. But definitely some gusty winds with these storms. Looks like Alex just got its location updated. He is almost into the Mattawan area. He's currently in Lawton. Again, the heaviest of this storm, this is as of 9:20 or 9:19, so a few minutes old. Let's begin an update with this. No update. Okay. The heaviest of the storm probably is right now entering Paw Paw, entering Almena, over Pine Grove, about to head into Alamo and also West Kalamazoo. Here we see the heavily populated areas here just to the west of Kalamazoo proper here. It's starting to get closer to this storm here. So if you guys are in West Kalamazoo, if you guys have loose objects outside, now is the time to go get those secured. Again, some gusty winds are possible, not severe, but definitely some gusty winds are possible with this as well as small hail. Climax Scots. So yeah, Climax over here. You guys will be in the path. This particular area of the stronger. Go ahead and change this color here. Let's go ahead and go blue. There we go. That's a little bit better. This area is probably going to go off to the east and also north view, but we do see more of these storms on this line here that are going to impact you if this holds together towards the Climax Scots area. So next hour or so for you guys, definitely be on alert. Again, nothing severe anywhere in the state is expected. It wouldn't shock us if we got a borderline severe storm, but again, not expecting that at all. I see a new special weather statement has just been issued. Nope, this is going to be for the lake. This is a special marine warning. This is going to be for this area from Ludington, Manistee, all the way south to Holland. This purple box you're going to see. Of course, I picked the blue color and it blends right in. Let's go ahead and pick red. This box right here. If you have anybody, any reason right now to be on the lake, if you know anybody on the lake, shoot them a text. But again, that's going to be for no hail expected, and then winds greater than 34 knots, so right around 40-mile-per-hour winds. I see Joel has now joined us. Or is about to join us. I see he's in the waiting room here, so we'll see what he does. But he is now with us, looking at some comments here. Just blowing over now east of Gobles. Monroe, not in a threat tonight for thunderstorms, Chrissy. Lightning and thunder in Allegan. Macomb County, again, not in a threat. On the east side of the state, you guys are not in a storm threat tonight. Go ahead and take Chris's stream back here just for a minute and kind of see if we see any lightning. I know he's probably closest, but next to Alex to this storm here as well. I know Alex is just down here south of Paw Paw. And then also I see Chris is about to enter Kalamazoo proper on 94. So Trying to see where he's at there. Can't really tell where the exit was, but this is a pretty good location on the radar here. We're going to see this green dot right here. This is Chris, and this is Alex. So the heaviest of this storm currently is heading into the West Kalamazoo area as of 3 minutes ago. Over Pine Grove, over Almena, heading to the east-northeast. So Parchment, you're in the path of this. Richland, you're in the path of this. Plainwell, Otsego, you guys are in the path of this, as well as North Battle Creek. This holds together. Looking at toward Assyria, looking up toward Hastings as well. And then not many cities in this area, Prairieville, Orangeville, looking at some other Hickory Corners. I see you guys, Bedford, you guys are also in this path if this holds together over there. Yeah, we're not going to rule out a thunderstorm in eastern Michigan, but looking back, I know there's a lot of people who are just joining us or have tuned in after we covered it, but the overall storm threat tonight is going to be over on the west side of Michigan. Looking at our current SPC outlook, which is basically an outlook of thunderstorms and severe weather, we only see them thinking that they're going to get over here toward this green shaded area. Anything past that in toward Detroit Metro, anywhere from Hillsdale County all the way up in toward Port Huron, you guys are not in a storm threat if you're outside this green circle. But if you are in this green circle, you do have a storm threat. And in particular, you do have a little bit more of a stronger storm threat currently ongoing. We're seeing this in western Michigan right now. And again, this is one line we're tracking. We're seeing more individual cells popping up behind us over Lake Michigan. Another area of interest over here in Wisconsin that did produce a tornado in Wisconsin. But again, not expecting that to be severe as it enters Michigan here in the next hour or so.
It's a nice meso low there.
Yeah, it really is.
Also, good evening, everybody.
Nice of you to join us, Joel. Glad to see you on here.
I was at Texas Roadhouse.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Jealous. What'd you have?
Barbecue chicken dinner.
Hey, that sounds really good.
Yeah, it was really good. We were talking about it earlier in the weather group chat earlier today about Texas Roadhouse, and I just had my mindset on it. So. Did not bring a blooming onion back. Those things are crazy big.
All right, we just got an extension, as expected, of the special weather statement. This is for Kalamazoo County, as well as is this Berry County?
Which one?
This is going to be Kalamazoo, Calhoun, Berry. Yeah, this is going to be Berry County.
Yeah, it's Berry.
So Calhoun, Berry, Kalamazoo County now in that special weather statement. And again, winds in excess of 40 miles per hour. And then as well as pea-sized hail definitely possible with this. This is going to be the strongest storm we're going to have right now currently in our state. Again, nothing too significant expected with this. Just, again, 40-mile-an-hour winds, pea-sized hail. And it's going to be the main concern with that. Again, nothing severe expected. Go ahead and post this on the page. See, Drew is heading out toward the Reed City area. He's going to be joining us more than likely here in the next couple of minutes. So go ahead and animate this one more time for you guys. Again, the strongest of the cells currently over Alamo, about to impact Plainwell, Otsego. Going to be hitting Richland here in North Kalamazoo Metro. Definitely is going to be in the path of the stronger cell of this, or strongest part of this line of storms here. I see another chaser just popped on here. Sean Gavin, not sure who he is, but he's also active chasing, looks like. Let's take a peek at the Kalamazoo live shot here, see if we can see any lightning with this yet. It might be facing north. Take a peek at this real quick and just kind of see what we see. All is calm there, looks like, for right now. You may see a better shot here in the next 10-15 minutes as that storm passes off to the north, assuming this is looking to the north. So we'll take a peek at that here pretty soon. We see the camera location down here, downtown Kalamazoo. Then your storms are just starting to enter Kalamazoo here. Looks like the heaviest is now shifted off to the north. So Otsego just getting the first raindrops. Plainwell probably getting first raindrops here. Alamo getting first raindrops. Again, this is 2 minutes old. The radar time is 9:30. The current time is 9:32. That's moving off to the east-northeast at about 45 to 55 miles per hour.
Looks to be some cells producing some lightning over the Lake Michigan.
Yeah, I see those here. Honestly, I don't know who I was talking about or who I was talking to earlier, but I was saying I was a little bit more concerned about what's to come behind this line, just because the better instability is a little bit further into Illinois still, and it's going to work into Michigan a bit later on. In fact, if we take a peek at that really quickly here, let's take a peek at the latest model run, kind of get an idea of what it's doing. So right now, this is what the model is currently saying radar should look like. It's actually got a pretty good handle on things, all things considered. But if we look at our surface instability, see what it says here. So we go ahead and animate this. We see that's the current look at instability. The current look at instability there is, I mean, out in Illinois and Wisconsin, you see those greens there. That's your most instability. Then the grays here in Michigan are just the tip of it, really. So we go ahead and animate that. It starts working its way into the state a little bit later on. This is midnight. We see it. We see some greens here popping up in West Michigan. So I'm just a little bit more concerned here. We see a little bit more of a response of instability down here in Kalamazoo, South Bend area. This is 2 a.m. But we do see some instability all the way up through Mount Pleasant. So again, there's going to be an increase of instability here as the evening goes on, according to this model. We'll kind of have to play it out and see what's going to happen behind this initial line. But the storms to the further west over the lake, I'm a little bit more concerned about in terms of a strong storm potential with those.
I have a bunch of thunderstorm wind gusts. I don't know if you read those off yet, Ryan, or do you want me to?
I have not. I've not seen those.
Okay, so we have half a dozen reports coming in now of wind reports, thunderstorm wind gusts. Highest one on here is 52 miles per hour, Benton Heights, so the St. Joseph area down there in Berrien County. South Haven gusted to 49 a short while ago. A little bit further north up in Douglas, we had a 47 mile per hour wind gust. And then there's 3 reports across Holland. Out at the pier, they had a 48 mile per hour wind gust. And then further inland towards the airport, they had a 42 and a 45 mile per hour wind gust. So gusts definitely up to 40, 45, even 50 miles per hour out there tonight, just below the severe criteria. So we would not be surprised if we did see an isolated severe thunderstorm warning pop up for that 6 mile per hour wind gust.
I turned on the storm reports. The only one I see on my map would be that 50 mile an hour gust down here in Benton Heights, like you just read off there. That was as of 8:53. So as that storm was coming on shore, there definitely that was an ASO station. So that's pretty reliable there. So.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna quickly present my screen and then put your screen back up just so I have it in the background.
Go for it.
And then switch. So again, we do have 3 special weather statements out there right now. Newest one being for portions of Barre, Allegan, Kalamazoo, and Western Calhoun County. And then we have one for Southern Ottawa County.
And again, as
yeah, go ahead.
Joel was mentioning, the storm reports there right around 40 to 50 miles per hour. And for severe limits, you want to see 58 miles per hour or higher. Anything less than that would just be a strong storm, which is what we're kind of seeing, what we're kind of expecting with these. And these weather statements that are being issued are for 40 plus mile per hour winds. So more so curious here, looking at the animation. I'll go back here and kind of look what's happening over the lake. All right, check out the cell down here entering Indiana there. That's intense. That could be heading up into Michigan here next hour or so if that holds together. Yeah, definitely got some activity there across northern Illinois heading across the lake there. Have to kind of watch those cells heading toward the Grand Rapids Metro in the next hour or so. We'll keep an eye on those as well. So Julie asked a great question with this. Is there something we could have at our home to help measure and report wind gusts? If you want to spend a lot of money, you can get actual like in-ground anemometers that will measure the wind automatically to your phone. Those cost a lot of money, but there's also handheld ones you can buy off Amazon, which is a lot of what we have. If we're out and about, we have like handheld anemometers, and that's what we use really to measure wind. No, there's no tornadoes expected tonight, Brianna.
There we go. The thing with the handhelds is you have to get at just the right angle, otherwise the winds won't be the greatest.
That's true.
Got to point it in the right direction. I've had issues.
Yeah,
with
you're
that.
definitely going to be in the elements.
That too.
Take a peek at where Chris is at here. See, probably right. Where'd he go? Oh, he's up in Kalamazoo now. Anything happening there, Chris, for you? No. Come on. There we go. Is Chris? I see he's not. Can you hear me, Chris? Okay. He's on the southern flank of that more intense storm there near Plainwell. He's just north of the Kalamazoo area for right now.
Depending on where he's at, he may not have good cell service.
Yeah, that's true. See, Alex is down here just to the west of Portage, I believe, if I've seen this correctly.
Yep. You are. I'm in Texas Corners right now.
Gotcha. There's a Hungry Howie's there, I believe, that I absolutely love.
There is. I'm parked actually in the parking lot across the street from that. Waiting for the activity in Van Buren kind of to see if that may intensify a little bit west of Pawpaw and organize as it moves to the east-northeast and wait for that to overtake me.
Gotcha.
We do have some power outages coming in out of Ottawa County, just northwest of Hudsonville. So that would be right where that special weather statement is issued.
Oh, up here, Ottawa. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not really sure. Must have just been a non-storm gust, I'm thinking, or...
Could loop it back.
Yeah, I did. Wait for it. Oh, so the initial...
Probably, yeah, that initial push
initial-
forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Imagine downtown Grand Rapids is pretty gusty right now. Secure,
Yeah, I would assume so.
secure your belongings.
I wonder if we can pull up the data from the NWS office there.
Which data?
Don't they
the-
have...
The
Don't they have
meters?
Yeah, like the those, or don't they have like a station you can look at where the office is?
One
I thought there
second.
was.
You talking about like the MEDAR data or the ASOS data?
Yeah, I'm probably thinking MEDAR data, but I'm pretty sure they have like a station reporting right at the office.
You can turn, I think, in the settings out on Radar Omega.
You know what, Alex? You are absolutely correct. There's your current wind speeds. Awesome. Yep, there it is. It says 12 right now, miles per hour.
So we have in Grand Rapids about 10 knots.
See a 25 over here, 39 mile per hour gust. That was at KBIV, which would be just south of Holland. I believe you already read that off, didn't you? Yeah,
Me?
I think you did. Yeah, I think you did. 39 in Holland.
Yeah, it was like 42, 45 max.
Gotcha. Oopsies. There we go. So again, the heaviest of the storm is currently over Plainwell, heading in toward the Prairieville, Orangeville, Richland area. A lot of wind in northern Kent County, says Cary. Pretty gusty here in Walker. Genesee County is in a thunderstorm risk, but again, not expecting anything strong or severe over on the east side. Muskegon has some decent wind currently. Nothing happened up there in Muskegon, but you guys will be getting some storms or maybe some rain here next about half hour, I'd say. Really curious how this is going to impact Michigan here next hour or so. Watching this, there's a lot of lightning with this though, across the lake. Looks like it's died just a bit. Yeah, it's definitely weakening. Man, that was like an abrupt weakening. You see that, Joel?
Yeah.
Boom. Like, what happened there?
Outrun, yeah.
Like one frame.
That lake's probably a little cold.
It definitely is cold. But actually, it is cold, but it's actually at record temperatures, surprisingly, for this time of year. The ice cover on that is, I think it's
There is
matching.
none.
Yeah, I was just talking to my friend Kayla about that earlier. Like matching or just staying above 2012 levels, which is a record year for warmth. So
Yeah, any of these storms that are surface based are going to quickly weaken over Lake Michigan no matter what. But any of these storms that are rooted above the surface, elevated in nature, are going to not care about the lake much at all.
Just got a 46 mile per hour gust out of Zealand. Delayed report. Lakeshore counties are really feeling it right now, that's for sure.
does anybody watching have any sort of damage on West Michigan? In West Michigan? Just kind of curious how we're looking over there. We have about 200 people watching. Somebody has to be watching from West Michigan. Yeah, Dwayne, Coldwater's fine tonight. Just some rumbles of thunder possible.
Kalamazoo, looks like there's a nice batch of lightning coming in right now, just north of Paw Paw. I'm looking at my radar on my other computer here, and lightning density has really picked up just to the west of Kalamazoo. I don't know if you want to pull that live camera.
Yeah, I just did. I don't see anything yet. Is
that facing west?
I have no idea. I honestly don't know.
That looks like downtown area.
It is downtown, and that is. Let me look.
Looks like it's facing west.
Yeah, that's that big building, I believe, is the new Justice Center.
I'm assuming it's facing north because you look at the cloud movement, it's moving west to east. Oh, there's some.
Oh, there you go.
I'm assuming it's facing some like northwest, northeast, or just plain north, assuming the cloud direction. Small limbs down in Twin Lake, Muskegon, Cindy says.
It's a new special weather statement.
Holy
for the
cow.
entire lakeshore.
Bro,
cow.
why though? Okay.
Probably for gusts.
Up to 50 mile an hour winds.
All right, we're getting borderline severe here. Close to it. So basically, for those counties, let me pull it up and get it posted to the page really quickly. Do you know all those counties involved, Joel? Can you name those off?
Yep, I got you right now. 1 second.
Cool.
Otherwise, I can.
Van Buren, Allegan, Ottawa, Western Newaygo, Muskegon, and Oceana counties until 10:45 p.m. So for the next hour.
All right, that just got posted. And again, that's for 50 mile per hour winds and pea-size hail. Now, if you remember, 58 mile per hour winds is severe, so we're borderlining close to it, but just not there yet.
How many tornadoes have occurred today? I believe we had maybe 2 or 3 over in Illinois and Wisconsin, but nothing here.
I know Ben caught one in Illinois on live stream earlier, and I know Wisconsin. Wisconsin had a pretty big one. From my understanding, it did a lot of damage.
And I think it touched down maybe a couple times.
I think it did, honestly. I know I was watching the stream for a short portion of it, and it at least touched down twice on that stream. It's probably the same tornado, but still same storm, different tornado.
And I believe that's the storm that's heading into Mesquite, just north of Muskegon right now, up there towards Shelby.
Yes, but there is no tornado threat tonight here in Michigan. I want to make that clear for everybody watching.
Correct.
Just a lot of lightning with this. Again, it's really weakening over the lake here. If we go ahead and animate this back, we'll see it was really strong over Wisconsin here. It gets over the lake here. Just watch it die, basically. It's nothing like it was. The environment across the lake into Michigan is not supporting tornadoes at all tonight. But again, still some gusty winds, small hail possible with any of these cells, particularly further south, but there is a shot up here further north of Muskegon. I know the storm's probably heading north towards Shelby, Fremont area. So I'll keep an eye on everything here for you guys. Again, not really sure how long we're going to be live on this, at least, probably another hour or so at least. But overall, these storms should be pretty subdued the further north you go. But down here in the west part of Michigan here along the lakeshore, we're seeing a few of these storms reaching close to severe limits.
Special marine warning continues for Lake Michigan shore. It's a nice cloud feature there over Kalamazoo.
Yeah, I see that. Waiting for some good lightning with this.
Yeah, that's right where it should be.
Legit. Rain and strong wind here in Mason, says Jane.
Midland Gladwin Bay region, most likely threat tonight is heavy rain. A couple bolts of lightning mixed in, if it can make it this far.
Was watching Vince Walty on YouTube when it was near his house. Yeah, so was I. He was so concerned. Yeah, I was watching that too. That was a pretty bad situation for him and his family there. It's a situation for sure for that area. Definitely don't want to see that happen anywhere. But it definitely hits hard when it hits close to home. Whoops.
You exit out?
Yeah, I did. How is it still showing?
I don't know.
I completely bought that. Yeah, go ahead and take yours for now if you want to.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened with that.
I was checking out winds.
Yeah, go for it. You can take over for a minute if you want to.
Yeah. Definitely some strong gusts moving into the Kalamazoo Portage region here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Right over Alex's house, actually. A couple kinks in the line, but nothing that's really significant at all. Obviously, like if it was significant, we'd be seeing a little bit of red in there, but the main hazard here is definitely damaging winds, just below the severe limits. And then looking at our storms up here on the lake, right offshore of Muskegon, Whitehall area, wind gusts there also 50 miles per hour or lower. Let's see what else we got here. Double box it here for a second. That surge is just outrunning its initial storm there. And again, for those who wanted to see the actual box for the special alert statement, again, it is this huge tan line here. It goes right along the lake shore. We actually just had a severe hail report come in down here near Michigan City. Take a look at that really quick.
How old was that, or is that legit?
That is as of 2:41 UTC, which would have been about 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago.
So that is heading out towards Michigan City and potentially New Buffalo and Galen here in the next 15 to 25 minutes. Some beefy storms are still tapped into that excess cape over there, south or northwest Indiana. I haven't checked the mesoscale website in a little bit. I'm gonna take a look at that really quick. You guys can't see it, but I can. Trying to get a sense of what's going on out there in the atmosphere. Where's the strongest juice? Yeah, right now it looks like everything is just off back in Illinois and Wisconsin, but that again is about a half hour old, so take that into account. Most unstable cape. About 100 joules inching into southwest Michigan for sure. I believe we also have some convective inhibition in the area as well, so it's keeping things relatively capped. And as you can see how it's scattered in nature on radar, that is the case. Any of our chaser partners have any updates out there tonight?
I'm in just crossing the Van Buren County for Benton Harbor. These little cells have some big gusts on them. Say
They have something on them. Is that what you said?
they're pretty gusty, I'll say.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, Ben. So Michael asked, what does capped mean? That basically means there's a lid on the atmosphere that's preventing any updrafts from further developing, or it is greatly hindering the process of an updraft. Thus is why you're only seeing tiny little showers, small storms. We call it CIN, convective inhibition. Just think of the initials for Cincinnati, CIN. And then CAPE is our juice, as that's what we refer to our juice, and that is joules per kilogram, how much energy is in the atmosphere. And the more juice we have, obviously the stronger the storms, but it is only February 8th, so we only had, 600, 800 joules max today.
A new special weather statement is in effect now for Berrien County. That's going to be for penny-sized hail and 40-mile-per-hour winds. That is not my feed. I don't know what that is, dude.
The heck?
I gotta stop sharing and try this again.
Nope. Drew just popped in, I think. Or he was already here and I didn't know.
Get this posted real quick.
Okay.
So new weather statement has just been issued down here for southwest Berrien County. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the Indiana radar here. We do see, I know Joel was mentioning that cell down here producing, what was it, quarter-size hail, you just say, Joel?
Yep, which is severe.
Which would be severe, but they're issuing a penny-size weather statement for it. Now this is going to be for southwestern Berrien County, which does include New Buffalo, Three Oaks, Bridgman, New Troy, Galion. That's all I see on here. And these cells are going to be moving off to the east-northeast at around, so I'd say 45 miles per hour. They're going to say 55 according to the NWS. So 55 miles per hour. So let's keep an eye on those as they head in toward Michigan. If these hold their strength together through Berrien County, then impact Van Buren, potentially northern Cass County as well as Kalamazoo, and maybe Allegan County as well. So keep an eye on those cells as they move off into our state here. So.
Also issued a special marine warning now for offshore Berrien County, and that is for greater than 40 knots of wind and pea-size hail.
All right, so we're inching closer, just not getting severe limits yet.
Nope.
Yeah, I moved in towards the northeast of my position before in Texas Corner, so I'm up now just north of 94 on 12th Street near Parkview, so just west of 131. I don't know if my dot's updated or not yet, but
yep, I got you.
Cool. So rain's picked up in intensity. Still not very heavy yet. Not a lot of wind yet. But we'll wait and see here.
All right, thank you, Alex. I'm gonna get a video of lightning up on the page here real quick from Muskegon.
And just a quick recap, we do have 3 special weather statements in effect now across portions of western, southwestern Michigan. This includes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 portions of 10 different counties out of our 83 here in the great state of Michigan. And those counties included in separate special weather statements would be Oceana, Newaygo, Muskegon, Ottawa, Allegan, Barre, Van Buren, Kalamazoo, portions of Calhoun, and portions of Berrien County.
New marine warning, Joel, for the nearshore open waters, St. Joseph to Holland from Grand Rapids, winds to 40 knots.
So that fills in the gap between the two.
Yeah. I got hail.
You got hail.
It sounds like hail.
You got a video of it?
Not very big. It's mixing in with the rain now. I'd say about pea size.
You can definitely see the
But we are
gusts there
getting some
too.
decent winds.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
it's going to be gusty there as well.
Just a brief gust, probably, I'd say, to about 30, 35 miles an hour. But it's gone now. As quickly as it came, it just left.
So say blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah, that's that kind of night.
Couple other hail reports on our feed. We have Matthew says pea-size hail in Shelby in Oceana County. That storm coming on shore.
Got some good storms heading up into Muskegon right now. I want to keep an eye on those as well. I know we have a person out there who's sending us videos of some lightning. We just got on the page there. Looks like it's some pretty good lightning for that cell heading up toward Muskegon. Again, gusty winds definitely possible with these. I see the weather statement or the special weather statement is all the way up here toward the Fremont, Big Rapids area, all up toward Hart and Shelby. That does include for 50-mile-per-hour winds as well as pea-size hail. So any of these particular storms could be gusty and also produce hail. So it doesn't really matter where you are. If you get a storm tonight on the west side of Michigan, it could be pretty gusty. So
Mid-level lapse rates up there. Sorry, this is some inside baseball just to Ryan and Joel. Mid-level lapse rates up there are approaching 8 centimeters per kilogram.
And that would explain the hail for sure.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know what a lapse rate is, that's basically our change in temperature over a certain distance. Alex, do you remember how far that distance is for mid-levels? Up to D.
He gone.
He gone. He did not want to answer that.
Adios, Alex. Adios. I see how it is.
I should know, but
Come on, meteorology student. You got this.
I know. Okay, here's the thing. I know what it is, but sometimes the technicality side of it just floats my mind.
There's a lot of math and a lot of different terminology and definitions
Yeah.
you got to memorize and study. Like, that is insane. It really is.
The favorite thing in dynamics too right now is the QG omega equation. There are no numbers in it.
I would look at that and I'd go, adios, just like Alex.
Yeah. Maybe I can pull it up here a sec.
He's got the textbook coming out.
Oh yeah.
He's got the textbook. Brace yourselves, everybody.
Not dogging on the equation by any means, but it is, to the average person, not something fun to look at.
Alex is back. Lauren says she just heard thunder in Hudsonville. I think this line that we were talking about, the 131 corridor here. Once this storm got past the 131 corridor, look what happened. Like, where'd that strong storm go that we were just looking at a few minutes ago? It was good there for a while as it crossed into Plainwell here. We got past 131, and there it goes. So that's gonna be the case we expect through the night here. So really kind of going as expected, honestly. But right now the heaviest cells look to be down here in Indiana, about to cross into Michigan. There's an area of interest with maybe some severe size hail coming with those. But also I think the heaviest cell in particular is right now going to be over toward Grand Haven and Muskegon areas. I see that's the most intense cell. But overall, still not expecting much in the way of severe weather, if any at all. Again, it'd be pretty marginal severe weather if anything does occur. Looking at the wind gust on this, nothing really catching my eye with this as well. So overall, just kind of expecting some heavy gusty showers and storms. A lot of lightning with this, as you kind of see up here toward the Shelby and Ferry area. We do see a lot of lightning with this. Down here as well, we see a couple strikes off here, offshore from Grand Haven. So again, lightning is definitely still occurring with this. It's approaching 10. Actually, we're past 10 o'clock now, heading in toward the 11 o'clock time frame. So not much in the way of surface instability around just yet, but there is definitely enough upper level instability, as well as those lapse rates we were just talking about. Joel's trying to find the definition of.
What were you asking, Joel? I'm sorry.
I was just asking, like, what the exact distance is for a lapse rate, especially in the mid levels.
Oh, just going back to basics, isn't it average like around?
Average what? I can't hear anybody.
Hello?
Oh, there he is.
Can you hear me?
You said average what?
So the average environmental lapse rate, isn't it like around 6.5 degrees Celsius per every kilometer?
Oh, it's per. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're
I
right.
remember right.
Yeah.
Heavy thunder and hail now in Muskegon.
I was pulling out my homework while you dipped out for a second. I have the lovely QG omega equation in my hands right now.
Oh, I don't want that kind of nightmare tonight, Joel.
Oh, it's too bad you're getting it. Oh no, it doesn't show up.
Oops. Sorry, I didn't know you were doing that.
No, I was gonna say, like, you can't really see it because the green screen just like blocks it out. Look at
Good, as it should. As it should. Nobody
funny.
needs to see the QG omega equation.
It's terrible. Yeah. There's a lot of different symbols. For those who want to be meteorologists, be really good at math. Just saying.
Like super good at math.
Yeah. Not trying to crush your dreams or anything, but it is
No.
it is no cakewalk.
The amount of calculus classes I failed.
Same. I'm surprised I got through them all, but here we are, almost done.
I did not. I stopped after Calc 2 because I could no longer go.
Calc
My
2
will
is annoying.
died.
Yeah. Our lovely viewers are getting a nice dose of meteorology degree rant. We're just waiting on anything to go severe if it does, but yeah.
I've lost a lot of lightning. I mean, there was occasional lightning, but I haven't had any lightning in the last 10 to 15 minutes here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that line just completely went like it just
Yeah.
hit a wall.
Even though it's elevated, there's nothing really supporting it outside of, any type of instability is gone. I'm most unstable cape. Any elevated parcel right now isn't getting much cape at all.
Probably gonna be the case here, right along that 131 corridor. Is gonna hit the area there. It's gonna go kaput. So I think the only real threat is going to be these storms that are just going to about the, I think, excuse me, the Lakeshore counties really is going to be the only real area of concern.
Yeah, I mean,
outside of
I know.
Further, go ahead.
I know when we drew that area of concern earlier today for everyone, our outlook area, it was basically like we said, along and west of US 131, along and south of US 10. That's basically playing out to a T.
I'll go ahead and pull that map up real quick for those of you who didn't see it.
Penny would like to see what's happening in Mason County.
Joel, do you mind go ahead and take that real quick?
Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm pulling up Facebook real quick.
Mason's out there in the
Ludington.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's out there in the radar dead zone. Mason County, Scottville, Walhalla, Free Soil area. Free Soil is the most unique city name in the state of Michigan, as voted on by some unanimous site. A lot of it right now. Lot of what you're seeing in Mason right now is a downpour, potentially heavy in nature, especially if you're near the US 31, US 10 interchange. Right there, just to the east of Ludington and south of Ludington.
Whoops.
I don't care. I was just showing off Mason County. It's literally just
Do you know if
raining right
if that cell holds together the one west of Rothbury there, southwest of Hart, that tracks northeast, maybe into southern Mason County eventually.
Yeah. I'll loop it.
Over Lake Michigan.
It's actually, it's kind of turning left a little bit up towards, I would
It
say,
is more Oceana County, maybe.
yeah, I would say definitely Whitehall's under the gun here for some hail soon. Midterm down the road, Hesperia and Fremont also under the gun. And if it survives, White Cloud as well. It's making a nice northeast track there towards portions of Oceana and Newaygo County. But right now it has to get through Muskegon County first.
Joel, on your radar, can you flip on VIL, see if that looks to be putting down maybe some
good hail?
Yeah.
Not surprisingly,
Okay.
it's
Timmy in our chat here is actually in Muskegon, so he'd be able to tell you.
yeah, not much in terms of VIL
Okay.
yet.
Yeah.
That was as of a minute ago. So there's a little bit of signature there, just offshore of Montague, Whitehall.
It's interesting. The reflectivity just looks so impressive.
Yeah. Go back to that. We'll go look at CC. I don't have a single pane CC, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to manually do this. To kind of see where some of the yellows and oranges are mixing in there, that would be indicative of some pea-sized hail. And that pretty much stretches up and down this entire line across Muskegon into portions of northern Ottawa County. In fact, it's heading towards that little core right there along the Muskegon Ottawa County line. Is heading towards good buddy Nick, who lives in Ravenna. I wonder if he'll have some hail to report here soon. I don't think he's up right now, though.
He probably went to bed.
Yeah, if I had to imagine. Early mornings for him.
I do
yes, Jeff, in the comments, and for everybody, hail is the biggest concern tonight right now.
Also, in terms of that forecast we were referencing earlier, this is what we had this morning, which is playing out to a T, as Alex said. I couldn't have drawn it better myself. Literally. Joel was the first one to mention south of US 10, west of 131. He was the first one this morning to say it. And this is what we ended up going with. And
that was on 2 hours of sleep.
Yep.
I am dead right now.
Hats off to Joel, guys. Hats off to
Thanks.
Joel. He called this area perfection.
It was not a fun day for me. I had 4 hours of classes on 2 hours of sleep, and then I drove to Grand Rapids and back to get my haircut. That was 3 hours of driving total.
You drove where for your haircut?
To Grand Rapids and back.
Why so far?
I've been going to that hairstylist since I was an infant.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, Chandler's still with us. He is at home right now. When do we think the threat's going to end? This is probably going to be an ongoing situation throughout the next couple hours. I'm thinking probably by 3 or 4 a.m. it should be ending. Again, the models really start picking up on instability. I'll take my screen back here real quick. Instability.
Go for it.
Pull back up here. So if we look at the future forecast, this is your current radar, obviously, but we go ahead and switch over here to the model for a future instability product. We don't really get a push of instability. This is what your current instability looks like. We see these greens out here in Illinois, Wisconsin. Those are your higher instability levels. Okay, you see up over here in Michigan, we don't really have much of anything going on right now. But if we go ahead and play this forward through the evening, go ahead and animate this, we're going to see these greens indicating higher instability start pushing into Michigan, like right here. This is 3 o'clock in the morning here. We see a pretty good push of instability here along I-94 from Kalamazoo, even some up here in toward the Lansing area as well, but mainly just down here toward the border, we see a little bit higher instability levels. Not significant instability at all, about 100, 200, maybe 300 joules, which is going to be just enough to support the ongoing threat of some storms there. And that'll continue to push off to the east throughout the east. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. We see it still pushing east, but again, at this point, we have no idea if there's going to be storms at all, just given that the trigger is still off to the west here. So a lot to kind of figure out still, but overall, I think the stress can be going on for a few more hours at the very least.
Our special weather statement for 4 counties, Allegan, Barrie, Kalamazoo, and Calhoun has been canceled.
Those storms have put them in a coffin. They're done.
I would still say it's probably a little gusty out there.
Yeah. This cluster here just really fired up over the past 15.
Yep, and Grand Rapids is monitoring it with a special marine warning there.
Interesting.
And obviously the special weather statement, that big old rectangle that was issued up and down the coastline. I also do have my live webcam out my window in case any lightning happens, but I don't think that's going to happen for a while. Down there in the bottom box. Chris is still with us as well. Looks like he's driving on the highway 131, I'm guessing probably in Allegan County. Radar's being fidgety.
It is. I'm trying to pull up. There we go.
Indiana radar.
Yeah, I was going to take a peek down here at these cells. It looks like they've kind of weakened, though, over the past couple of minutes. Yeah, definitely weakened. Just a bit. That's how did Chris get up there so fast? He was just down here in Kalamazoo not long ago. Now he's up here toward Grand Rapids.
Oh shoot, he's on M6 right now. Then
Let's get an exact location on him for fun.
96. Yeah,
He's at Whitneyville.
he's gonna be by my house soon. I should say my parents' house. So he passes by the little exit.
Right there by the airport.
Yeah.
Take back the there we
I think we have some. I think we have ADD sometime. I know I do. It's a tough life we live.
Lightning and thunder in South Haven. What about the cell about to enter Muskegon on track for Oceano County? This is the heaviest cell that we see right now currently on radar. This one right here.
Yeah, our CC had a little bit of a signature, especially there in eastern Muskegon County. Actually, the smaller of the storms. I don't know if it's still there or not.
It doesn't show up on my CC, although it might show up on yours. This CC is a little bit weird.
Yeah, your CC is like grainy.
I gotta change it.
You can still see the yellows though.
Yeah.
Like right up there in Shelby.
The color code there. Yeah, change it later, but I don't like the velocity on this either. I prefer radar scope. Like this is velocity. It's not the best, but it'll work for now.
Well, the one I really like is the color table for my reflectivity on my actual PC, which is showing my Isabella County camera right now. It's actually a really nice color table, but it doesn't do well showing anything underneath 20 dBz in terms of rainfall.
Gotcha.
Still pretty cool though. It really like highlights the pinks. But you can't see it. Only I can.
You know
Whitehall.
what the color table is called?
Yeah. Let me give me 1 second. I might actually
I
open
might
my
be able to
folder.
put it in, honestly.
I actually have no idea where I downloaded this thing from. I just downloaded it one day and it was like really good. I kept it, and I don't know why I don't have it on my. Oh, I think I know why. That's because I actually picked one with some blues that shows anything below 20 dBz on my radar for my laptop here that I'm waving to you on. And that's mainly for storm chasing, so you can see where. So like if I'm out storm chasing and there's like a good severe thunderstorm day, I want to be the first to see where there's like a tiny rain shower popping up and potentially make a move on that. Whereas if you're using a color table that has 20 dBz, you don't see anything below 20 dBz, so you don't know where there's a tiny little sprinkle out there.
Right.
That's your answer. But I still like this for at least a PC radar. For some reason, my folder is not opening. That's really lame. And that tells you how old my PC is.
I believe Drew has joined us now. Not really sure where he's at. See if I can find him here. He might be in Mount Pleasant still. Almost Kyle. Where are you at? That's Chris. Don't see you on here yet.
Did you guys?
Yeah,
I hear you. Where you at?
I'm just east of Reed City now, and I'm starting to see some lightning just to my west. So, is all the storm heading towards the Reed Big Rapids area?
So he is in Reed City, which is, I believe, Mecosta County. I don't know why Reed City doesn't pop up on my radar. That's weird. Oh, no, just to the north. So he's up near US 10 then. He went a little bit north. He's actually in Osceola County, which is a little bit northeast of everything right now, but eventually it'll come to him.
somebody asked what's going on in Lawton, Decatur. Currently, just some rain for you guys. I don't see any lightning with this particular storm. After that, there could be some more behind it, so you have a break before more showers and storms head your way. But for Lawton, your guys are really looking pretty good right now. Yes, there is Some pretty good storms here offshore of Holland, moving on shore here toward Allendale, Grand Haven, Jenison. Nick is probably going to be woke up here by some thunder and lightning here next couple hours, or next hour or so, should I say. Aubrey says heavy rain and thunder in Comstock Park. Yeah, these two cells, or not really cells, but these two individual groups of storms are the heaviest ones right now. And those are going to contain up to 50-mile-per-hour winds as well as pea-sized hail.
And the color table is called Viper 256.
Okay. I was going to say something about that earlier. When I was a kid growing up, there was a local TV station, for those of you from Detroit metro area, WXYZ 7. They had a radar called Viper 7 or Viper HD. And I always noticed how that radar was more intense than any other radar we were looking at on radar. And I think that's the same one Joel just mentioned there.
I'm actually going to go ahead and share my screen on my PC just to give you guys an idea of what this actually looks like. It is pretty intense. Of course, it's going to take about 5 minutes for it to load as Chrome is not responding. But yeah, fun times we got here.
Brent says he remembers it. Yeah, that's... Dawn says she remembers. All right. I'm not the only one. WXYZ, they used to... I don't know if they still do. I haven't watched local news in forever, but they used to use a product called Viper. And it was just... I like the color table, but it always seemed like... My dad always mentioned it too. Like, their radar is so overrated. It's so overdoing things, blah, 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 blah. Well, little did we know, 20 years later, that there's a purpose for that.
Aunt Chris says, hi, Joel. Hello. Thank you for watching. So here we go. Here's your intense color, as you were mentioning. It makes every storm look a little intense.
Zoom in, see what we can get.
I like this one right
That
here.
hail core. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dropping grapefruits.
Yeah, no, it really, but as you can see on the left side here, it only goes up to, well, it's kind of hidden by the ribbon, but it ends at 20 dBz. So anything that's lighter than 20 dBz, which is basically a light shower, it doesn't show up on this color table. So it could be like raining in Zealand right now, for example, but you can't see it because it's below the 20 dBz mark. But it really does a good job of making 35 dBz literally yellow and orange, which is like an average shower.
Every storm is dropping grapefruit-sized hail and has a tornado on the ground with it.
Disclaimer, it is not tornadoing tonight.
Yes.
Yes, this is a really cool color table that I like using for my PC. At least it gets the job done. But the one for my laptop is this one, which is, it shows lighter rain. And then Ryan also has a similar one where it shows the grays are the lighter rain there.
Yeah, for example, over here near Belding, you see that gray is just probably sprinkling, and then we see that green, a little bit probably lighter rain.
Yeah.
I believe I can change my color table on this too. I just gotta explore that a little bit further.
Yeah, if you need the file, just let me know. Otherwise, you can probably just look it up. It's literally like 1 kilobyte.
Bro, what?
What?
I just got the volume on this thing.
Nice.
I didn't know this thing had this. Oh, this is sweet. Sorry, geek moment. Oh, that's so cool.
Brent likes the dark model, very precise. I'm guessing he means my laptop one. That is, I really don't like that. That's
what's the purpose?
Yeah, like it shows it's not a good representation of what's actually happening.
Yeah, this is I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, back to duty.
Yeah, back to duties. We have a new special weather statement just came in. This one is an extension of Berrien, and now portions of right there. Is that what county is that again? I mean, Cass. Yeah, Berrien Cass.
There we go. Just some individual cells down there. Looks like in Berrien, also in Michigan City here.
Yeah.
LaPorte in Michigan. Is it LaPorte? LaPorte?
That's LaPorte.
Laporte.
E is silent.
I should-
Yeah, the hazards there are going to be 40-mile-per-hour winds, penny-sized hail still, as Ryan is pulling up there.
Moving at 55 miles per hour. Minor hail damage to vegetation is possible.
Not much vegetation out there right now, but you never know. Curious to know if anyone has any plants that they're growing right now and how they are doing with this weather. Obviously, it's going to probably be indoors most of the time, but sun today, put it on the windowsill. Such a weird question to ask. I'm not even a biologist, but it's always fun peering into the lives of our viewers. Anyone has any fun stories about their plants and whatnot?
Look at the cell heading toward Port Sheldon. Just kind of exploded here in the past 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of whether our lilies will start coming up. Yeah, I heard my hairstylist today said her daughter has some plants, I think, that like bloom today, and they're worried about dying. But it's a seasonal plant. It'll be fine.
Nice looking cell heading on shore to Port Sheldon right now. Good hail core on it too.
I see that.
I see Battle Creek just starting to get some rain. All right, that lines up pretty well here with radar. Again, nothing really strong with this. Maybe some gusty winds, but no lightning showing up here on radar with these storms for Calhoun County. Looking at that live shot from Kalamazoo, looks like it's raining right now, and that would line up well. Looks like it's raining there as well. Strongest storm right now does appear to be the one just offshore of Holland, Port Sheldon area, getting some good velocity, good returns on the radar here.
I believe our model had that.
It did. Yeah. I was going to bring that back up, but never mind. Looks like we got some chasers out here in Kent County. Looks like Chris is probably heading home there, looks like. Yeah, looks like he is. So we have Drew out here as well near Reed City. So pretty quiet so far in terms of severe weather, but again, some stronger storms definitely have occurred and are occurring. Probably not going to stay on too much longer. I'm not sure if you have a schedule, Joel, you got to abide by here.
I have an 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
That's about it.
We'll probably stand here probably till 11 o'clock or so and see what happens. But
I would say wait and see what that storm offshore Ottawa County does.
Yeah, for sure. About a half hour or so. But once these storms get past 131, then the threat just kind of drops off from there. So once this area, this cluster that we're kind of watching by Holland here, once this area hops on shore, we'll probably think about wrapping this up here. But
I saw Nick has a headache. Thunder is not helping.
Oh,
I just saw that now. He said that about a half hour ago.
Gotcha. Good sell now over Laporte now. Kind of re-strengthened there, looks like. It's heading up to Niles, heading towards Chandler's house. Where's Chandler? Let's go find Chandler. He's over here near Edwardsburg in this area. So he may have a storm to look at. Is he up still? He should be up. I'm going to text him real quick.
One of our viewers has a rosemary and lavender plant next to their back porch door. They've been there all winter and are still thriving. It's good to hear. Nothing in Northeast Calhoun yet. Yeah, light rain for now. And the Viper radar looks so intense.
What does the Viper look like for the storm near Port Sheldon? I'm curious because it's just reaching magenta here, which I believe is 60 dBz. Yes, mine's a 64 dBz.
Look, I have to peer around my laptop to see. 64 and a half, yeah.
Yep.
That is some good sized tail there, but if If you go look at CC, nothing.
Yeah.
Gusts, not severe. There may be a few pockets down here near Fenville. That is about 45 knots, about 50 miles per hour. That special weather statement is still in effect. You can't see it on this computer because I don't have those enabled, but again, that goes until 10:45, I believe we said it was.
Yeah.
Go back to your radar.
Doesn't have an end time on this.
Should.
It does not.
It-
Unless I'm blind.
It did. Hold on. It might just be.
It expires in 12 minutes.
Yep.
So yeah, that
End time 22:45. Yep. They probably will reissue a new one, if I had to imagine, for portions of Ottawa and Kent.
Yeah, I'm
here
gonna say
soon.
Kent for sure.
Heading right towards the north side of Grand Rapids right now. If you're on Grand Valley State University campus right now, you're right in the path of this storm there in Allendale. Coopersville, home of the Broncos, also heading your way.
Thundering pretty loud in Byron Center. Gosh.
Byron City.
City. We're tired, guys. We really are.
Yeah, this is a stress-free night.
We hope to be a stress-free night.
Yeah, knock on wood.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
How many of you guys, I'm kind of curious for the 112 of you guys who are in here, how many of you guys would be interested in watching chasing and live radar coverage outside of Michigan? Just out of curiosity. Because we had an opportunity today to kind of do that with Ben going out to Illinois, but didn't really know how to approach that. So I was kind of curious if there's any interest from you guys to kind of get a feel, I guess. Freedom. Feel better soon. 2 teaspoons of room temperature honey 2 to 3 times a day. Salt water gargle the same. He's trying to take care of you, Joel.
Me? I'm just tired.
Yeah, I think he's talking about our tiredness.
Gotcha.
Let's check out some of these stations that are reporting here. Let's check out South Haven. Latest gust to 17. Let's check out Benton Harbor. They just had a storm go through. Their gust to 26. So it looks like these storms are semi kind of quieting down here. Let's take a peek at Holland.
You had a couple
Gust
comments there, Ryan.
21. I'll read them here in a second. Norton Shores, gust to 35.
That's pretty good.
That's the strongest one I see on here so far. Let's take a peek up here in Fremont. 18. And then at the NWS office, looks like they have 37 at KGRR.
Anybody get the honors of driving by the big golf ball in the sky every day, aka the radar site?
You know, there's a radar over here that right here in my neck of the woods here that I was kind of curious to go driving one day and see if I could find it just out of the curiosity. I could not figure this out, but I had to zoom in. It's literally just off the road. Like the road's over here, but it's like off the road a good ways, and there you go. There's your radar site. That's what they use for the airport. The big golf ball in the sky, as Joel just called it. Which, if you zoom into Grand Rapids,
Yep, north side there.
Right there.
Yep, right there to the left.
The big golf ball in the sky. All right, back to the comments here. Yeah, it would be a second account. I know we've done a few out-of-state streams before. I know Chandler and Alex went to Illinois last year. We streamed before we started growing to the following we have now. But if we were to do something like that now, it'd definitely be a separate account.
Big things planned for Michigan Storm Chasers either way this year.
Yes.
You won't want to miss it.
For sure.
This is just a precursor of maybe a severe weather season to come. You never know. Was it the neutral pattern coming into effect?
Yeah.
Eventually La Nina late summer.
They just updated that forecast this morning.
Yeah.
And for those of you who follow our page a little bit more closely, we've been posting about the Enzo phase. You'll hear the terms El Nino and neutral and La Nina. And that basically just measures the water temperature out in the Pacific.
Yep.
And that influences the way our upper level jet patterns kind of interact. And it influences our weather, not only here in Michigan, but across the United States. So El Nino is basically warmer waters. La Nina is cooler waters. And then neutral is just kind of in the in-between phase. And last year, before the severe season, it was going to be a La Nina. It was transitioning to a neutral into an El Nino phase. And when we get those neutral years, those years typically have the most active, not only severe seasons, but also tornado seasons. So fast forward to this year, we're kind of flipped. We're now El Nino going into a neutral phase this spring and early summer, and then switching to a La Nina. So I think the key here is the longer that we can stay close to that neutral phase, the more active of a severe season we're going to have here in Michigan, which right now aligns between April, May, and June before it switches over to La Nina. So the first half of the storm season could be quite active, historically speaking. But if we switch over to La Nina pretty quickly, we may be a little bit more subdued in terms of severe weather. So kind of have to play that by ear and see how that changes. But right now, looking at April, May, and June as a time frame for activity to pick up there. That's only basing it off historical data. It's not really basing it off of, hey, we're tracking an active pattern. No, nothing like that. It's just based off pure historical data. But the data doesn't lie, though. Historically speaking, or the neutral Enzo phase years, the graph is off the charts compared to all the other Enzo phases. So it's pretty easy to see the correlation.
Yeah. And sometimes we get no help from the Pacific because we have Lake Michigan.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, what Ryan says pretty true there. Again, whether you have like a storm like today in February when you have really cold or you have like really large lapse rates, 8 degrees Celsius per kilometer, that's usually, that's you go from probably 38 degrees down to 29 degrees in the matter of a kilometer. That's pretty quick. That's where we get these really cold updrafts, and what you're seeing out there as a result is a bunch of hail in these even smallest of showers. So definitely with like early and late season storms, that's where you can get like some really good severe hail. I know the hail dents on my car, for example, are from a storm in April. So we don't usually get a lot midsummer, but like Ryan said, early spring, early summer this year we'll have to look out for. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure my mic was working.
Can
Drew?
you guys hear me quick?
Yes.
Yeah, Drew here. Heading south Rapids, I'm starting to see some lightning bolts off the west from the showers that are coming Egan County. So I was thinking about trying to get a good lightning show here, hopefully on US 31 South.
Sounds good. So Drew seeing some lightning intensity pickup there.
He says some big rapids, I believe.
Yeah, rural central Michigan. We still consider that central Michigan up there, although it's part of West Michigan as well.
Do you want to look at this real quickly here?
Yeah.
Down by South Haven. Looks like there's a good storm coming on shore there. It looks like it's just started to pick up in intensity. So if you're in South Haven and Lee, those areas near Van Buren County.
I saw a good lightning strike on Drew's stream there.
Oh,
bottom.
man.
Yeah. That's all right.
Don't worry, it'll pick up eventually.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like Joel just mentioning, even though these little blips of showers, like this one right here by Lee, it can still produce some pea-sized hail with this, just because the amount of the cold air we have in the atmosphere today is really supporting these cells to produce hail. So even the lighter showers here definitely could have some hail in them. Overall, two areas that we kind of see with mainly of the main areas of concern, I guess, would be down here by South Haven now, and up here between Grand Haven and Holland. And then, of course, with these cells, we could get some pea-sized hail in these gusty winds as well, but the main strongest cells look to be Grand Haven and South Haven.
Yeah, radar scope has lightning intensity picking up Ottawa County, Allegan County now as well. I guess today was also Wisconsin's first February tornado.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know we've had February tornado before here in Michigan, but I guess Wisconsin never did. A little surprising, but people are asking, well, what radar do we use? We use a variety of the radars, actually. I know Ryan uses, he's using Radar Omega right now. I personally am a fan of Radar Scope, and what you see on my computer when I show it is GR2, or AKA Gibson Ridge. That's what the GR stands for, version 2. And that is an expensive radar. If you guys are looking to actually buy a radar app, and you're if you really want it, it's a one-time payment of $250. And you don't have to pay a subscription or anything. You get all the tools. You can change the color tables, do whatever you want, change the map. I have a black background, so I don't even use the satellite view. Sometimes I do. So just to give you an idea of what we use pretty much everything.
Yeah, Nick uses Radar Scope. I'll use a combination of GR2 and Radar Omega here. If I can't change the color table on Radar Omega, I might switch back over to Radar Scope, honestly, or GR2, because this CC ain't going to cut it on severe weather days when we're talking about tornadoes.
Yeah.
And also the velocity just doesn't really appeal to me at all with this. But overall, the tools on this are really good that Radar Scope doesn't offer.
Right.
So
it's good for forecasting.
It's good for forecasting because I can pull up models just like this in 2 clicks.
Yep.
And boom, there's your model. So it's cool, but it's also a little bit more limiting in terms of your color tables here.
Oh, they just issued a new special weather statement there. You can see it on the map.
All right, let me pull this back up here. It's for Cass County? Or...
No, the big one.
Oh, there we go. Kent. We expected it to go. Kent,
yeah.
Northeastern Calhoun. Not sure why they included that. I guess these storms down here, maybe. But they didn't include Portage, or... That's weird. That's weird. Anyway, new weather statement here. Winds in excess of 40 miles per hour, pea-sized hail. Get that on the page real quick here.
Go for it. Same hazards, though. 40 mile per hour winds, pea-sized hail, kind of the going line for tonight. Just below severe. Again, severe limits for hail is 1 inch in diameter. Pea-sized hail is literally a quarter of an inch. And then 58 mile per hour winds is a severe criteria. And like I said, you can see right there, 40 miles per hour. Although we are getting 45 to 50 in spots. But it's a blanket special weather statement, so they're going to go a little more conservative on that. Allendale, wind, rain, lightning there. Thank you, Crystal, for the update. Winds in Grand Rapids and around Grand Rapids are wild, and that is just before the storm has even hit. If you have any interesting videos to share, post them on our page. Don't post them underneath the Facebook post for this live stream because we won't be able to see them. They don't pop up here in our chat. our other posts, you definitely could. So like we just posted the special weather statement graphic. You could always put a post down there below. And also just a quick plug for those 100 or so that are still watching. If you guys don't follow us, obviously we do appreciate the support. Just a like is fine, a follow is fine. Any way you want to support us, it's fine. You don't have to be a payment. You don't have to be a person who pays. Just the best way to support us is just giving us a nice like, and it's completely free. So if you guys enjoyed the live stream tonight, feel free to do that. Again, we're blessed with no severe weather tonight so far. Knock on wood for those who don't want severe weather. Or do. Just depends on how you look at it. But again, this is just February 8th. We got a long season left to go if you think about it. Still got to get through winter. Third winter.
Yeah, third winter. For those of you who want to talk some long term, for those winter lovers, February and the end of February looks really good for some not only cold, but probably some snow somewhere in there too.
Yeah.
So we'll keep that in mind as we head into the later parts of February. Haley says good thunder, lightning in White Cloud, thunder, lightning in Grand Rapids, says Latonia. Intense thunder in Bangor. Yeah, this is really intensified here. This cell in particular, right there between, how do you even pronounce this? Chikara?
I have never heard of that place.
I had what? Cheshire Center. I've never heard of
it. Could
names.
sometimes. Okay, so I don't know what Radar Omega does, but sometimes they list townships without township after them.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
so that could be a township name that we never we don't know.
Let me try something over here.
Another special alert statement just popped up as well. This one's further north, and this is for Oceana County.
Okay, I'll go up there.
Same hazards, 40-mile-per-hour winds, and pea-sized hail.
There we go.
That little storm coming off the lake. Shelby, you're under the gun. Hart, you're under the gun here in the next 2 minutes. Looking for any other severe reports. Looks like Grand Haven gusted to 40. Norton Shores gusted to 42. And a couple of pea-sized hail reports received via MPing. Again, that is another good tool to use if you want to help support what you're seeing out there. Sending an MPing report greatly helps us, and especially helps the National Weather Service to see and put down reports in your neck of the woods. So, for example, we had a couple MPing reports that they actually put in their database for pea-sized hail. One up near Michigan Adventures up there, just north or just south of Twin Lake in Muskegon County, and another pea-sized hail report just down the highway from Paw Paw north of Decatur there in Van Buren County.
I'm not sure if you covered this yet, Joel. Mark asked where to send videos. You can send videos and pictures, like Joel said, not on this comment section, but you can send them on any other comment section that you want. There's also, you can message the page directly. Should be an option to message us on our page somewhere. I'm not really sure. It's different for Android and Apple users.
Mm-hmm.
There's also an email. You can send emails as well to us with pictures and or videos. It's mistormchasers@gmail.com. And that email is also linked in our profile. If you guys want to go find that, you can click on that and email directly from there.
And then scrolling at the bottom of the page, michiganstormchasers.com/send-report is another way. Karen, is that a township? We were curious to know because you just put the correct pronunciation in chat. Chicora. If that's a township, let us know. But if that's an actual city, then also let us know because we love pointing out our small towns. And I'm actually working on a project that highlights some of the smaller towns that don't usually get picked up on these radars that we have. I bet you Alto's not even on there.
Where's Alto at?
Southeast Kent County.
I bet you it is.
It'd be in Lowell Charter Township. To the north there. Just south of the highway. It's not on there. Highway south. Yep. Oh, it is right there. How about that?
There it is. That's cool.
Nice. It's not on radar scopes. I was wondering.
Now, I was looking back over here really quickly on my neck of the woods here, and they have Holloway up here. Holloway is like 40 people. Raisin Center is not a typical town. It's just a township. Birdsell is like a traffic light. So they have a lot of names on here that I'm like, what?
Good
Come
lightning there from Drew. I just saw.
Keep missing them. All right, we're gonna bring
That's
Drew
okay.
up here. We're gonna bring Drew up here for a minute.
Storm is ramping up here. Just south of one. Just had a huge bolt just to my west. Heading south on US 31.
I'm guessing that would probably be that storm that's in Oceana County, hitting Shelby and Hart and Elbridge right now. If he said he's looking west. Also, Karen pointed out that city of Chicora is a tiny little crossroad, and sometimes those maps like to do that. Nice four-way intersection ends up being a previous unincorporated city. Abigail would like to know if it's going to get Ionia. Ionia is not currently under any special weather statements, but we do have a couple. We have that big line of showers and storms that's moving through Ottawa and Kent County and portions of Allegan County right now, down towards Van Buren County. That is heading your way. If it can hold together, I would say you might see some pea-sized hail. But again, if you do live in Ionia itself, it's still got another probably half hour to get to you.
A lot of little individual cells here popping up right along 131 from Kalamazoo all the way up to Grand Rapids. A lot of stronger little cells in these. The typical cells like these down here will say Allegan County. These typically do more so hail than wind, and then these clusters typically do more wind than hail. Well, you can have both in both of these, but typically speaking, the cluster storms are better for wind, and the individual cells are more so hail as well. So, would expect more of a hail threat with these individual little pop-up cells, and then more like maybe a wind and hail threat with the bigger cluster cells. We're trying to say.
Yeah.
I am too dang tired to try and explain this.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too much in the way of Cape. Our supercell composite isn't even above a 0. So, again, these are just garden variety strong storms below severe criteria. Not much Cape out there either. I know someone was just commenting on that. Most unstable. I see like 100 joules. That's about it. It is sliding our way, but it's, again, as we saw on the model runs that Ryan pulled up, it's 100 joules, 250 joules. It's not.
Yeah, so looking at the radar here, we see the end of the rain is like right here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The Cape, the better instability is like riding way back here still. And that's going to push up into the area as these cells are moving out of the area. That was my main concern coming into tonight, because if you look on the models, we did have good Cape after, we'll say, midnight, but there was no storms around. So that was my main concern, because the better push of moisture comes later on after the storms. So if we have anything lingering past midnight, we could be talking, again, some strong storms, but it doesn't appear to be the case. So what you see right now here in West Michigan is what you're going to get more than likely. And for right now, as soon as he's crossed over 131, I think our night's done here, Joel, honestly.
Yeah.
We're getting pretty close to that too. But overall, everything's staying pretty much sub-severe. And that was to be expected. We didn't really think much in the way we're going to see a severe storm. We had to mention the possibility just because of the amount of instability that was shown on models this morning. But overall, just some stronger storms what we expected, and that's what we got. So, how does this happen in February? Well, warm temperatures, moisture, a form of lift, and wind shear. That's how it happens.
In the meteorology community, we call it SLIM. Shear, lift, instability, and moisture.
There you go. Hail in February. Hail is more likely. I'm going to say this. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
But hail is more likely in the cooler months, February, November, because the upper level air is not as warm as it is in summertime. So colder air aloft supports the threat for hail more so than it does in the summertime.
Yep. Steeper lapse rates in the transition season. So fall and spring. This isn't technically spring; it's still winter, but it's close enough. Especially when you have ground temperatures that past 60 degrees in some spots today. That'll really get those lapse rates going. For those who don't know what a lapse rate is, for those who are just tuning in, that is change of temperature over a kilometer of height. Average, which Alex pointed out earlier, is 6.5 degrees Celsius. That's your average lapse rate for any time, any day of the year. Today they're 8 degrees, which is pretty steep, which means you're getting freezing pretty quickly as you go further up in the atmosphere. Remember, it's like minus 50 degrees Celsius, literally 6 kilometers up. So it gets cold quick. You guys want to remember that. Hopefully you guys are learning some stuff. We like to entertain here when there's nothing going on, especially like me being in the meteorology program. I like to share some of my fun facts that I know. No problem, Josh. And don't be fooled. It still hails midsummer, just like in the spring or the fall. But the lapse rates do struggle a little more in the summer, especially. Low level lapse rates are pretty mediocre in the summer because low level includes the surface, so whatever the surface temperature is on that day, and then you go up to the first 2 kilometers and it's only like 40 degrees. So you go from 80 to 40, which it's not bad, and that's in Fahrenheit. But yeah. When is Flushing, Michigan supposed to get in the storm? If they survive, I would say probably around 1 to 2 a.m. I know that's over near Flint. These storms are hauling at 55 miles per hour, but that is still a long ways away. Yeah, as Brent pointed out in the comments for those who are watching on Facebook, it will probably taper off by the time it gets to 120. A lot of these storms will taper off by the time they get to US 127, which rides Mount Pleasant to Lansing down to Jackson.
A lot of little individual cells here, but again, I think the main threat with these individual cells would be more so hail than wind. Although, again, gusty winds are still possible, but I think this is turning into more of a pea-sized hail event, more so than a gusty wind event. I think the main push of wind is with that first initial line we saw earlier, and we're just kind of getting the leftovers right now. Looking across at some gusts. I don't know if you have any live gusts there, Joel. I'm seeing 24. Nothing
I
too...
have not. Yeah, I've not had any more gusts come in from Grand Rapids. We do have a new hail report. Looks like it got as high as a half-inch hail over there in Spring Lake.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Spring Lake. Doesn't pop up on my radar.
Be up here somewhere, I want to say.
It's by Robinson-ish.
I thought it was up there by Grand Haven.
It is. It's pretty close to Grand Haven.
That's what I thought.
But to the west. It's at the end of the lake. Southeast, yep. Zoom in for more. Why is it not on there? I think it's like Clark Corners area. That's weird. That doesn't have it on there.
Spring Lake.
So
It's
they're,
got,
they're telling me Alto's on there, but Spring Lake's not on there. That's kind of rigged.
I'm sure it's on here. Like, where is it though? Like, for sure.
Yeah, no, you're too far south. It's literally where we were. It's up by Robinson.
Pea-Size Hill and Allegan.
Yep. Just saying.
Okay, I'm getting. This is actually kind of annoying. There it is, right there.
Oh shoot! Yeah, you just have to zoom in really far.
It doesn't pop up as a big map, but
Nope.
if you zoom in, yeah, okay. All right, see how it is.
I worked out in Ferrisburg for a summer doing sewer work. That was fun. Tony asked if they'll reach Metro Detroit. Very unlikely. They're not even in the thunderstorm risk for tonight. Tomorrow might be a different story. That's another. But again, that's a story for tomorrow. Probably northern end of some stronger storms tomorrow. That will stay mainly in central Indiana. Looking at the models earlier. No problem, Brent. Glad to help you guys out. Feel free to spread the word. We're looking to grow our coverage area. If you have some family or friends or be interested, we kind of bridge the gap when there's when the normal meteorologist can't, especially the on-air meteorologists that do a really good job every day. They can only break in so many times on TV, so we can do it whenever because it's a live stream. So that's why we're 2 hours of nonstop coverage here on some storms that haven't even gone severe. We love what we do. That's commitment.
Amen.
Right, Ryan?
Amen. Couldn't say by myself.
Yeah. Love you, Brent. Appreciate it. Drew, I heard his mic. See if it still works.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, it's kind of really choppy, but yeah.
Yeah, I probably have some bad service here. I'm Howard City. Really intense, kind of like small hail core that's just to the northern side of that line, hitting Ottawa County, and has insane cloud lightning. Right now, I'm being south. Now I'll be in an open about 8 minutes looking at the storm. So I don't know if you got that all, but
So you're 8 minutes away.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Thank you, Drew, for that update. Anything new on the radar there, Ryan? I'm not seeing much in terms of like CC.
No, not really. Not really seeing much in terms of lightning. I think it's only lightning I'm really seeing here is over here by Holland. But once it got on shore, it's not really producing any more strikes.
I mean, on my Viper radar, because I have lightning strikes pulled up on there. I know where Drew's at near White Cloud, Newaygo area right now. There's some good lightning up there, so he'll probably have some good strikes. And a good swath moving towards Ravenna. I'm sure that does not help Nick as he's trying to sleep. Nice swath of lightning strikes now just south of Allegan. I know we have a couple of viewers in Allegan right now that are watching. Allegan, Martin, Plainwell area. I have a nice couple of cells that are kind of spread out in a 5-mile radius there that are all producing a good chunk of lightning, especially in Martin right now, actually. That little cell, it's ran 131 between Wayland and Martin. That has really upticked here in the last 5 minutes as I am looking at my PC radar. And that storm will head off again to the northeast towards Middleville, Caledonia, Freeport in the next 15 minutes towards my neck of the woods there. Hail outside of Lansing. Oh, yeah. Ryan, check that out.
Yeah, I pulled Lansing. I can't talk. I pulled Lansing up for a minute there, and I lost it. Where'd you go?
Yeah.
There. Where are you? There it is. Tell me why Lansing is little letters, but Grand Ledge, DeWitt, Carter Township, why are those big letters? Makes no sense. But yeah, there you go. We got a good sell there over Lansing as well. Small, but
That kind of detached itself from the rest of the line there.
Not seeing anything on CC either.
Really?
Must be a P size. Thundering pretty good in Dowling. Nice show in Allegan right now. Yeah, I think we just went over that.
Mm-hmm. Northside Grand Rapids getting hit with some heavy rain right now too, just north of downtown. Looks like potentially a hail core there, actually, right over 131, also known as I-296 for those who don't know the Lost Interstate. I believe that's what it was/is. Ryan, did you know that?
I did not know that.
That portion of 131 between 96 and 196 in Grand Rapids. So it's like a 5-mile stretch. It's actually I-296.
Yeah, I'm from the east side. I'm not really familiar with the west side slang.
Yeah, there's actually like no indicators about that on the highway. It's literally still US 131, but it's technically also I-296 or whatever. Fun little geography fact there. Now we do have good viewers in from Allegan. Welcome.
Lightning in Vicksburg. Really good lightning in Plainwell.
Special weather statement issued by Northern Indiana for Edwardsburg, Cassopolis, Marcellus, and Three Rivers.
Chandler.
That's Chandler's neck of the woods.
I see Western.
Ooh. They upped the hail size on that one. That is 1/2-inch hail and 40-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, literally, Chandler is about to get hit by the storm. He lives like right here. Okay, hold on. Oh, you beat me to it, Jeff. I'm about to go.
Yeah.
Get outside, Chandler.
Now he's up.
I'm gonna drop a link toward him, see if I can get him on here. We need to get the Oscar scale back out for the storm over Chandler. How many Oscars does the storm award?
What is happening in chat? Oh, my dad's on here now. Thunder east of Lowell. Send a video of hail to any of our posts that's not the live stream. So any of our special alert statement posts, you can just post it into there. You can email us, Michigan or mistormchasers@gmail.com, I believe. And then scrolling at the bottom of the page here, or bottom of the live stream, michiganstormchasers.com/send-report. Trisha is commenting, lightning and thunder, lots of it, 96, 131. That is just where I was highlighting a couple minutes ago. That makes sense. Autumn says there's an alien in the lake. I don't know what that's about.
Brenna says February tornadoes, not in Michigan. At least not yet in Michigan.
Nope. We probably won't. This was probably our only chance for warm weather this month. Looking at our trends upcoming. Never know, though.
Over in Illinois, Wisconsin, though, different story today.
Yep.
If you guys want to see a video of a tornado, albeit it was a weak, dusty, spin-up type of tornado, our partner chaser, Ben, was out there today. He caught a tornado. We posted that. It is on our page. It is pinned. So if you guys want to go see that video, go for it.
Looks like some good hail coming down, potentially in Newaygo right now. CC's a little weak on that, but base reflectivity showing 60 decibels at least there.
Pea-sized hail just went through Marne. Am I reading that correctly?
Yep.
Okay.
That's Ottawa County.
Gotcha.
Down the road from Coopersville. That's right by Nick. Actually, just had a new report come in from Ravenna with pea-sized hail. Source public, time estimated via radar at 3:55 UTC, which was about 20 minutes ago. New pea-sized hail report in Ottawa County over there in Jenison. We're seeing a lot of those. Again, if you guys have the app called MPing, you guys can send a little MPing report of your hail size. It's not just for snow and visibility, it's also for hail and severe weather reports. So you can do that. And that really greatly helps the National Weather Service offices, especially Grand Rapids right now, who is seeing all the weather tonight. Jarrett says, we are so back. I love the hype.
Where's that meme? You are here. Like, we are so back. And
Yeah,
then,
it's like the graph.
It's
where it says,
so over.
it's so over. We are so back. Yeah.
I love that.
Some of our viewers tonight are probably experiencing that. Good lightning there by Drew, by the way.
Joel, Ryan, we got some really good lightning bolts right now.
Yeah, pull them full.
Go for it.
Hold on. There we go.
We just had a really good lightning bolt about
I did
10
see that in
seconds
the
ago.
bottom corner. Where you at? What city?
Just southwest of Howard City, nearby a town called Coral, I think. So, wide open field. Lightning's been kind of, oh, there was a little flash. It's been all southwest, west, and northwest. So I'll try my best to point the general direction where the lightning is. But no, it's really intense lightning.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there was a good one. It's still a little ways away, too, so it should only get better.
Yeah. I think it's rigged that Facebook doesn't allow people to add a lightning react to the post. Instead of a like or a heart, a lightning bolt for what we're seeing right now on Drew's stream.
The app is called MPing.
Yep. Lowercase m and then all capitals ping. If you want to be very specific.
How are those storms looking like on radar just south of Howard City? I haven't checked the radar in a while.
There you go. I don't know if you can see the radar on your
Oh, yeah,
camera.
I see it. Yeah, it's a decent little storm. Little thunderstorm.
Yes. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is live.
Also, I'm not sure where you're exactly at, Drew, but it looks like the lightning is over Ashland right now, a little bit to your south and east.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw a few bolts just to my southwest. I'm in a nice, like I said, little nice stretch of open fields just southwest of Howard. Oh, come on. Every time I'm pointing the camera in a different direction, there's a bolt another way. God.
So, special weather statement just got issued for your storm, Drew, for Big Rapids, Fremont, and Canadian Lakes until 12:15. That's going to be for 40-mile-per-hour winds and pea-size hail.
It's a pretty big special weather statement. That almost extends all the way over to my neck of the woods here in Mount Pleasant.
We'll get a lightning bolt in this stream. I know we will. It's just
matter of time.
for sure. Yeah. I'm looking northwest again. I saw like 3 over there. Still pretty nice out. Kind of not too cold yet. Winds are pretty calm.
Mm-hmm. It says it's 52 here in Mount Pleasant. It's still pretty nice.
I think just kind of throwing this out there as kind of random with temperatures. I think there's a big misconception among the general public. There we go.
Let's go.
Nice.
Love it.
Oh, I was waiting for that.
Love it.
Hit the like button for that. Holy cow.
That was insane.
Oh boy, that was Mount Pleasant all over again, Joel. From
from last year. Yeah. That's crazy.
Hey, Catherine, nothing heading toward Hillsdale right now. But I was going to say, with these temperatures being in the low to mid 50s, a lot of people will think that severe weather can't happen unless it's hot and humid out, but that's not the case. The tornado that happened earlier in Wisconsin, the surface temperature was only 54 degrees.
Wow. Nice.
Oh, there we go again.
Yes.
I'm going to shut up now, but I'm going to shut up and enjoy this.
This is looking northwest towards Howard City. Out in an random open field. I don't know what road I'm on specifically,
Northwest.
but there's a little one right there.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just to let you guys know, I have a bunch of friends and family that were in Ottawa County that sent me a bunch of lightning videos too, so I can send them over to chat eventually.
Nice.
Sweet.
Drew, you coming back to Mount Pleasant tonight or no?
Yes, that is the plan.
So that's 45, 50-minute drive for you, isn't it?
Yeah. The drive didn't go great at first. I was hoping those Reed City storms would hold together, and then I went south. Oh my.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful lightning. But yeah, it wasn't looking too hot at first, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna blast south and intercept this line from Ottawa County. We're just light rain right now at my location, so
Yeah.
line's moving pretty fast. Hopefully we'll get one or two good bolts in here, and then there we go.
Oh my gosh.
I'll probably blast east on 46. Well, I'm a little south of 46, but I'll be blasting east, and we'll still continue to see this lightning as I'm heading towards Mount Pleasant. So
Yeah, for sure. A fun drive back.
definitely. How's the hail looking right now? Is it like pea size, or is it smaller?
P to half-inch hail. I think up by you right now it's only pea sized. Our special weather statement down by the border in Cass and St. Joseph counties for half-inch. So everything is sub-severe, obviously, but pea size at the most. That is a weird special weather statement box. That almost gets me. Almost, but not quite.
Oh,
There we go.
Let's go.
Oh, I missed it. I wasn't watching.
It was a good one. We haven't gotten any cloud to ground yet. Those ones have been pretty far away, more on the horizon. So hopefully we'll get a good cloud to ground. I haven't heard any rumbles of thunder, so these storms are still pretty far away
Yeah.
from my location at least. So like I said, I haven't checked radar, so I don't really know how close these storms are.
It's kind of congealing into a line, actually.
It has.
Really?
Are you in Howard City, you said, Drew?
Southeast.
Southeast of
Okay.
our city. There's a good open section of open fields just west of Coral and southeast of Howard City. I'm in that region, so
Okay, I got you. So
Nice lightning
there
there.
we go.
I'm going to pull radar up really quick. So he is right here. So I don't know if you can see my mouse, but there's the city of Coral's right there on the map. It's not labeled, but it's between Howard City and Trufant. And looking at radar, it's kind of still hasn't got to him yet. It's probably not raining where you're at, right, Drew?
no, it's not. That's a decent little storm cluster by what? Stanwood?
Yeah, yep. Morley and Stanwood, which is actually the name of the school up there.
I know Drew was just talking to us, I think earlier this morning or last night, that he'd be happy with some lightning and thunder. He's getting it, and
Yep.
he's happy.
Yeah, let's go.
The best part is you can see it. It's so
Yeah.
dark out.
That's what's so cool about these elevated storms is that you really don't have to be super close to the storm in order to see the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just want a cloud to ground bolt and just a loud kaboom.
Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate your hard work getting out there, Drew. If you guys want to go follow Drew's page, it's called Drew Brummel Storm Chasing. Facebook and
Oh! No! All right, I'll shut up. I don't want to scare
No, it's
people.
fine. I was just promoting
Okay.
your page, but like you're making a great case for it there. You're on Facebook and X, right?
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, and YouTube.
There you go. Drew is obviously here, one of our Chaser Partner Network guys.
Also, just really quickly, talking about the other parts of Michigan here, the only really area of concern really would be toward Allegan Plainwell. So maybe some pea-sized hail fall in there. As far as gusty winds go, I think it's pretty much over. Wow.
Oh.
It's starting to rain a little bit here. Just heard the first rumble of thunder as well. So, oh no, it's raining.
Yeah, it just popped up on radar here. It's
Yeah.
only like 35 dBz. We
Oh,
haven't
only
got the worst of it
35.
yet. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
nice shower.
I'll stay out here, depending on how intense it is. So
You might get split.
okay. I think I'm viewing the more intense storm. I believe one that's
Oh.
northwest of our. That's more by Howard City, Stanwood. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
facing northwest.
Yep. Just got a word from my friend that is hailing at his house in Grand Rapids, just off of 196, right, pretty much right in downtown. There's a nice storm hitting downtown Grand Rapids right now, and that is very pink on my radar.
What?
Oh, the
Did
bolt!
you see that cloud?
That
the
was
bolt.
insane.
The bolt.
Oh, yes.
The bolt was just on the left side of the screen, but I did see
I
it.
was hoping I could have gotten it all, but I'm staying out here. I don't care if I get a little wet.
Well, you don't want to get struck either.
That is also true.
No,
I guess.
these are not going to hit Monroe.
There we go. There's that rumble.
I can kind of hear it.
Small cell just west of Bangor. Whoa! Love
Yeah.
it. Small cell west of Bangor, big raindrops, no hail, no wind. Okay, thank you, Karen. But again, across the west side of the state here, just again some lightning, some small hail, maybe some gusty winds, but nothing too major wind-wise. Pea-sized, maybe penny-sized hail in some spots, and a lot of lightning. That's about the only thing we're going to be covering at this point.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
I'm testing the hair standing technique just to make sure that none of my hair follicles are standing up. I think I'm good. Yeah, we're good. But still, yeah, if it's obviously if you see a thunderstorm, don't, I guess, be like me and be standing out in the middle of a field. Probably not the smartest of things, but I'll be hitting in my truck shortly, so lightning's getting a little close. I'll probably wait for one more bolt and then I'll hop in the truck and blast
Yeah.
these. So
I don't know how updated these CGs are on my GR2, but it looks like the core of lightning is about to cross 131, so that is about to hit you.
yeah, that's about 5 minutes
pretty-
away from me.
5 miles for sure, yeah.
Oh,
There's a bolt right there at the end. Perhaps a indicator that we could see a slight increase in the storms here. I mean, we are seeing that this is becoming more of a congealed line of storms. And now that we have some cloud to ground lightning bolts showing in this storm, wow, I am looking at my radar right now, and I just realized there's a huge uptick in lightning bolts, especially up by Drew here. Nuevo County is getting hit with lightning right now. This is heading to Mecosta County, Big Rapids area here in the next 5 minutes, if not right now. So these storms are definitely increasing in strength, at least to provide you a good light show for the viewers out there tonight, especially across West Michigan.
oh,
Wow. Huge core of lightning heading into Berry County, Hastings, Middleville. Those showers there blowing up back to back to back. Allegan County viewers. You have one more cell just to your south there, just south of Allegan and Gobles. That could be producing some hail as well. In fact, it is.
Hey, Julie, I see your comment there. That is true. For every 5 seconds you count between lightning and thunder is 1 mile. So
It's a
lightning
mile,
strikes,
yeah.
5 seconons, 1 mile.
I used to do 4, but I think it just depends by person.
No, weather.gov says divide by 5 is what.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going off of. My dad told me that when I was a kid. I honestly didn't know if that was a myth or not. But I just Googled it real quick and it was NOAA.gov. So
Yeah.
yeah, most of these bolts have easily been several miles away. I would say about 3 in the past few minutes have been delayed for a while. So most of these are probably like what Joel said, just northwest of my location around the Big Rapids area.
And you're looking northwest, you said, right? Straight
Yeah,
northwest.
north. Yep.
Yeah, that's straight into the core of that lightning.
getting a little chilly out here too. Wind's picking up.
Mm-hmm. Aw, that's the wrong one. That's the radar there. Drew, for if you wanted to see it really quick, it's just an update.
Yeah, trying to. Okay. Is there a way you can like draw something so I can see it a little bit better, or no?
Can you see my mouse or no?
Oh, not really. No, there's some raindrops on my screen. It's probably
Okay.
not helping.
I'm moving it around pretty much right where Howard City is. That's where you're at.
Hey, you can try mine. I have a little bit bigger of a text font for him.
Okay. There you go. Oh,
yeah,
four.
I mean, Howard City is what? That's Newaygo County, right? Or is that Mount Calm? I forget.
What did you say?
Is Howard City in Montcalm County?
Montcalm, yep. It's the panhandle of Montcalm County.
All right, I think I see. Yeah, I see the circle.
That's where you're at, or supposedly where you're at.
All right.
You don't have your spotter.
No, I need I need to get that, and I'll figure it out in the future. Yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I'm kind of like sliding through the main line.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is raining here at my apartment in Mount Pleasant. If you can you hear that through the mic?
Yeah, I can.
Wow.
Yeah, Joe, you're probably gonna get some pretty good lightning in Mount Pleasant.
Oh, speaking of good lightning, there's one on your stream there.
Yeah, that was a little bit more to the north. I might head out soon. I think the lightning is getting a little over my location. I haven't seen. I mean, there's definitely lightning bolts out here. I haven't seen a really good one recently, but I'll be out here for maybe another minute or two, and then I'll probably head east.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with the line. How fast is it moving? 50 miles an hour?
55, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, top speed would be 55 here, so. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot. All right, I think I'm going to hop in my car, I think, in the next minute. I'll give it one more minute.
Bro asked Tuscola County. Not really likely anything tonight for Tuscola County. A little too far east. Ooh.
Yeah, it's starting to see a little bit more lightning further away again. Yeah, I'll make a plan here. All right, I'm going to get to my truck.
Sounds good.
Couple areas here we can talk about really quickly. Over here by Pine Grove, Allegan, good size storm there. Looks like probably some hail falling with that. Then also up here over Cannon Township, north or central northern Kent County. It looks like there's a pretty good hail core there as well. Those are only two areas of interest here. We do have a secondary or a third area up here by Fremont. But again, these storms are just going to be some small hail, a lot of lightning, and probably some gusty winds. I don't think at this point in time we're going to see much in the way of anything more so strong or severe with these.
Do have a good hail core moving through Kent County right now. Down the road from Greenville, Belding, half-inch hail report just came in out of Northview, which is actually where I just got my haircut tonight. Could have just stayed right there. That cell right there in central northern Kent County on your radar there, Ryan. I'm seeing 65 dBz. Well, 66 dBz in some spots there. CC is not really indicative of too heavy of hail, but I do like to point out that they did report pea-sized to half-inch size hail with that storm.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of lightning up there by Drew. All of a sudden, this one as well by the one you just talked about in Kenton County has some lightning with it.
Mm-hmm.
So got some lightning with these storms again. They kind of died out for a few, but they're kind of kicking back up there. But overall, I think this threat is really kind of pretty much hit its peak.
Whew.
Heading to Midland, Mount Pleasant, or no, not really. Midland, if anything for you guys, just some thunder showers later on this evening. Pea-size hail in Nunica 20 minutes ago. Nothing for Jackson. Just again some rumbles of thunder possible throughout the state tonight. Maybe some pea-size hail as well, but nothing major.
I'd like to point out on radar that Newaygo County, White Cloud specifically, you guys have been getting hammered with that lightning and heavy rain up there, and now you just have this cell that just popped up right over Hesperia and Fremont. In the last 3 scans, it went from pretty much nothing to big old blob. And that on CC is potentially some pea-sized hail there. I'm seeing 60 dBz, 65 dBz. Yeah, there's a little speck of yellow there. If you guys live south of 69, south and I guess you could say east of 69, you guys are pretty much not going to see much in the way of anything tonight besides a couple rumbles of thunder, I would say. Hail will be pretty much north of 96. Although, you know, it's hard to kind of like pinpoint it because you don't know how far inland these storms are actually going to survive. Right now, it looks like they're intensifying, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, they do.
Especially where the strongest part of the MC mesoscale yada yada is at. Up there in Newaygo and Mecosta County, that's where the center of the storm is at. And that was with the tornadic storm earlier in Wisconsin. That
Right.
kind of makes sense. I think there's actually an isolated pocket of surface-based cape right there. It's also fueling it. So, but other than that, better photographs actually gonna be moving in later tonight. But again, instability ain't there. But I think we're about ready to hop off. We did not get any severe thunderstorm warnings, and at this point, the only thing that they're issuing is still special weather statements, which we can go ahead and just keep posting on our page as needed. I don't know, Ryan, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's getting close here to midnight. You got stuff to do tomorrow. I got stuff to do tomorrow. So, given that there's no severe weather currently happening, I think we can be pretty much safe to end it here. But again, as Joel said, if anything does happen to go severe, I don't expect it to be, or we don't expect it to be. But if anything does get issued, we'll be posting on our page whether it's a severe warning, a special weather statement, which we've been having, or anything other things that catch our eye. We'll post it on our page for you guys. But otherwise, I think the live coverage here is just about all we can do with these. But again, for you guys out ahead of this line, just expect a couple rumbles of thunder with it, some pea-sized hail, some gusty winds. Nothing too major is expected with these storms.
Yep. Until the next storm, which could be a couple months away.
Yeah, probably not going to see us live here for a few weeks, few months at least. So,
yeah, it's been fun.
Yes, it has. Need to get some rust shaken off from the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
The blizzard coverage was a little, it was good for that, but I mean, talking about storms and tracking storms is definitely a different vibe than tracking some snow, So
yeah.
But that blizzard, that coverage for the blizzard was kind of fun watching that telephone line get yanked off by a truck. That was that was fun. But,
big hail in Three Rivers, by the way, from Crystal.
How big?
Probably ½ inch. Free subscription to Spring ends when? Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow at midnight. Yep.
Then it's third winter.
Yep.
Yes, these are heading pretty much east, northeast. Almost looks like it's headed. This whole line is pretty much heading east. It'll get there. It looks like it's starting to break up more down towards the south. So, like I said, north of 96. Best shot of strong. Sorry, not strong, but like bright lightning, cloud to ground.
Wait, we hit 3,000 subs? For real?
On what? Oh, YouTube.
2950. Not yet.
Oh, maybe it's not updated. Hey, yeah, if you guys have a YouTube account, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. It
There
is
you go.
free.
49 more subscribers to 3,000, guys. So if you
There you
guys hit that subscribe button, we would appreciate that.
Yes. I know not everyone has YouTube, but it is there. We have 88,000 followers on Facebook, but only 3,000 on YouTube. So if you guys do have a YouTube account, we live stream on both accounts anyways. And if you know people that don't know of our severe weather coverage, YouTube is the best way to watch us because you don't need an account necessarily to sign up. A lot of people actually watch us on their TVs, which is actually really cool. I know my parents do that too. So yeah, same name on YouTube, Michigan Storm Chasers. Can't really miss it. Well, I think we're the only Michigan Storm Chasers on YouTube. Same logo. Just look for one that says like 2.9K. Hopefully 3.
Very soon we'll hit 3.
Yeah. We're in no rush. The big milestone will be Facebook later this year, hopefully.
Yeah, we're really gonna
100K.
try it. Yeah, that's a big milestone there.
Yeah.
We should do a giveaway when we hit 100K.
Well, we probably will.
12,000 more followers, we'll get that.
Yeah. Yeah, now we're just rambling about shameless plugs. So yeah, we really like what we're doing here. We're glad to give you guys the coverage as needed, bridge the gap, like I said, bridge gap in coverage between on-air meteorologists, National Weather Service. Obviously, they don't really have the resources to do this all the time, unlike us. Like, we can just hop right on Facebook, hop right on YouTube, and do this whenever we can. This isn't our full-time job, obviously, but you know, we'll try our best. And we got you guys 2 hours and 45 minutes of coverage tonight of special weather statements. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. You guys got to see some cool lightning from Drew. Thank you, Drew, for going out there and getting that for us tonight. Any last words from Drew? If you can hear us, it might be bad reception.
Not really. Yeah, I would say not a lot for me. Just expect lightning to be, you know, widespread throughout the state, and just very little small hail. So enjoy the show because it's gonna get cold.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
One more bit of news. Alex says Twister trailer premieres during the Super Bowl. So there you go. Something to look forward to during this winter season.
There we go. All right, guys, with all that being said, we're going to hop off here. So again, thanks guys for watching. Hit that like button on your way out. We would appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right, see you guys.
All right, everyone.